down, change up or down. Change the state. Change the state.
Shoes, pants, flowers, jacket, shirt, handkerchief, watch, green, bracelets, everything.
EA Sports to the game. The Heisman Trophy. The name alone conjures up memory of heroes past.
My husband was an underdog.
Of performances that stand the test of time. Playmaker, the game changer. Only the most outstanding of players will join the ranks of this elite fraternity. To be a Heisman Trophy winner, you're going to need more than one. You must embody the characteristics displayed by those that came before you.
He played the game in class.
If you can heed their advice, defy the odds, and rise to the challenge, your name will forever be followed by the words Heisman Trophy winner. And the winner of the 2012 Heisman Trophy is...
I can see my big brother.
EA Sports to the game. The Heisman Trophy. The name alone conjures up.
Somebody. Oh, damn, Mr. Williams. Oh, hell yeah, no cap to be on. Goddamn. Damn. Fast Joe. What shit going on? What shit, man? What shit?
Can y'all see that shit too, man? Listen, new studio, new podcast, you might be spirit, not might be letter. Yo, we can go work for work all day long. You know, doing new things, okay, with understanding the reality that we have in competition with one another. You think that you're special. If you're going to hear my voice, why do you think you person ask that about this? So whenever I say, when I ask you these questions, it's new to your entire argument. That's the end of the debate, my man. Because a man doesn't want to get more what's
Hey.
podcast tonight, random stream. I just hopped off of the interview with an individual and games. says hit me, $13 for me available, especially very good access to podcast. And yeah, subscribe to the Coach channel right now. Why not just go ahead and subscribe to the Coach channel while we are live? Because, you guys just like it. It's an easy step to do. So we're going to share my screen. Show you guys. Alright, so here's my screen cover right here. It's bigger. So, there we go. Alright, so the Coach channel, we are at 7,100 subscribers. And here, so if you go to the main channel, you can get to it by scrolling down your Coach channel, or you can just type in No Baby Clips. So if you click on here, it's No Baby Podcast Clips. So that's how you search in the search engine. And as you see, then posted today, yesterday, the day before, the day before that, and then posted first day on there. So subscribe to the Coach channel and come get this bigger. And let's go and start sharing. So that's what you can do. That's going to be the second, no, it's going to be the third link in the description. The first link is going to be for one-on-one coaching. Anyone in here using coaching goals, masculinity, or dating and relationships, and couples coaching, media and marketing. If you don't know how to start up a podcast and the equipment and stuff that you need, go ahead and click the one person coaching, and I got what you need. Other than that, the other links are all for the social media platforms. We have the Instagram, the X account, the TikTok, and the Facebook and Instagram account. So go ahead and follow us on all of the social media platforms if you want, and that's going to be all of the other links in the description. All right. So, let me just make sure everything is good as far as audio. And yes, audio does look good on my end. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get into some stuff. So currently, I'm not sure if you guys seen Tyler Perry. He's gay. All of his gay. And in the black community, a lot of people are like, he's does the video, he does all this and David, or if they're not gay, they're questionable men. Like, I've never watched any of Tyler Perry movies. I've seen the video, like, when it's coming out and stuff, like doing trailers, right? It's like, how can someone sit for 2.5 hours, 2 hours, and watch this black man dressed as a woman? It doesn't make any sense. And it's not even funny. So we're going to speak a little bit about what's going on with Tyler Perry. We're going to speak a little bit about the interview that Ken Newton had with his name is Patrick and Marlboro. We're going to speak about that because that was like a questionable things going on in that interview too. And then we're going to speak just openly in general about what's going on with the black agenda. What is going on with black people today? And why is it like all of this femininity that's going on in the black community? Like everything is so feminized and not rooted in any masculinity. So we're going to speak about that. I'm going to give you some of my perspectives on that. And we're going to react some things. I do have some clips that the guys sent me as well. You know what? I think that's what I'll do first. So create some suspense here, and I'll just react to random like 2 or 3 random clips that some supporters in that I didn't even know about. I'll give you my reactions on that first, so as people come in, and then we'll go ahead and react to the main stuff. That's what we'll do. All right, everyone that's supporting right now is he's in here. Let me go ahead and mod up. Go ahead and mod. Get the drains in here. Get drains. Shout out to you, man. Let me go ahead and mod you up now. Add as moderator. Stable moderator. Okay. You elevated. With drains. Now, some of the things, you're a supporter of the channel, you've also been the same many times, so I trust you. We speak behind the scenes as well. But, if you got any haters in here, they can have the haters in there. They're going to talk junk. I don't care about the haters, right? But if they're going to spam, get them out. Get them up out of the chat, because get them up out of the chat. And I've also been to make the chat to be subscriber mode only. Because you know what? I kind of like the haters to come on in and talk some smack. There's no fugazi here, man. You like it all. If you spam, nah, man, you can't be spamming the chat. With dreams, get them up out of here. Let's see who else we can elevate them out. As things go on, let's see people supporting. We'll go ahead and add some other moderators in here. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into some clips that some of the supporters in real quick. And then, as the stream goes on, we will get into the main event, the Tyler Perry and the Jamal, after Jamal Bryant. Here's the first clip, and once again, chat, I did not review these clips here, so it's going to be all fresh off the top of the dome, which I normally do anyway, that's what I do. Let's see what we got. Alright, so here's going to be the first one of these things.
No, I'm saying, like, where did you find it? Facebook, damn it. Wait. What do you like?
What? What was they even saying about? I didn't even hear that. So why is both of them getting weird? He said, where did you find this? And the guy says, Facebook dating, or that other woman guy says Facebook dating. Let's continue on.
Oh, you're a trans. Yeah, you are.
So look at this man trying to justify him being a trans. So, I'm a trans. I'm a human, man, woman, I'm human. Like, the fact that this is how you know what you're doing is wrong, right? If someone asks you a question and you get defensive and you try all of these justifications on things, obviously you know what you're doing is immoral and it's unnatural. As a man, why are you dressing up like a woman and trying to portray yourself as a woman, right? So then when another man asks you, well, ask that other man, is this a man? You have to try to justify to make some excuse to say, I'm trans. And then you go to explain, I'm a human. Nigga, we all humans, but we know the difference between the man and you are a man. Don't say trans, you say you are a man. That's what you are. Let's continue on.
So what do you go by, like? You go by.
Oh, dang. Homie. See, that's the thing. He's a Twitch streamer, Young Mooch. I believe the name is Young Mooch. I've seen some of his content, posted on social media before. I think it's funny like that to give a message. Shout out to you, Young Mooch. But the fact that this other man, so Young Mooch, he's in the mindset of thinking like, oh, let me be empathetic to this individual's life experience. So he allowed another man to put his finger on him, and the only reason why he didn't beat up this other man could be two reasons. Could be that, young Mooch is probably in bed and soft, and another man touch him without actually doing anything back and beating the other man into a pulp, right? Or the other thing is that, oh, he's being soft and empathetic to this man dressing like a woman, their life experience, this human experience, right? Either or, it's not a good thing. So, shout out to you, but I highly doubt if this was another man touching you, you would have just totally let that brush you off. But let's see, I don't know, maybe he may check this man-woman thing. Okay, he didn't check it, so he just let this man touch him and walk away. Over here on this side of the internet, we want to play the games. You'll never let anyone touch you. I don't care if the man is dressing up like a child. You smack that man. I don't care if the man is dressing up like Barney. You can clap that man. If you don't let no other man disrespect you like that. But what this man that considers himself a transgender and dresses like a woman, he created an inversion. And what happens is when you're a weak male, you appeal to the inversion that was created, right? So the inversion is, well, what's up is down, what's left is now right, what's wrong is now right. You get what I'm saying? So, young Mooch knows that it's wrong. I watch some of this content, I'm sure he's not with any of that stuff, right? But he just let it, didn't even pay it no mind. I would beat that individual up. I don't care what you do to the back. You getting chipped. You're getting chipped over here. Let's continue. Time out. Okay, so young Mooch is now asking this man that was with that other man that's dressed like a woman, and he says, hey, you want some men? You want some men? I'm like, what's going on with you? And currently right now, the huge body language, what is he trying to do? He's like, well, to me, like, that ain't like that. So what he's been with the defense. So think about what's natural and what's moral. If another man comes up to you while you with your lady, or a woman, and actually, hey, you a lady? Yeah, I'm a lady. You're not a lady? It's a very quick is a woman. The person that dresses like a man is a man. And then young Mooch says, well, that's a man. He got balls. The dude says, yeah, no. You're gay. You're gay.
Well, first of all, I reject the idea on the premise that somehow that's an actual question. Wait. Oh, you right? What Chicago there? Brandon Johnson's car rating is more Democrat Party. I'm living right beside your life. While government and private sector has left too many of communities, particularly the South and West Side neighborhoods, without control of the assets in our own communities, excluding us from what living they are students. And that is why today, in collaboration with the Department of Planning and Development, under the leadership of Commissioner Sierra Walker, we are proud to announce a historic $4 million investment into community building in the greatest city in the world, the city of Pittsburgh, and it was 1,150 miles designed by the great all these migrants and illegals, they're broke. Next guy with a cold shoulder, cool, but I don't know you. But I'm not when I'm off the post. I was in a full step to the big world, I'm super nuts. Big for the straight check, way up in the squad, that's it. Big one, don't measure, so flex when I'm gonna go. Well, how y'all doing? Let me go ahead and introduce the people who got Mr. Trey Smooth, Africa, and White, Alicia, Shannon May, both are Mrs. Swing, and Warren. Like I let me myself in the future reference. And I just smashed another red snapper. This is much about Trump, so they got some mentality. I'm paid, I'm working hard. They put us to make a change for the best. So, we like yeah. Yes, I'm usually the no, you now. I must be safe. You only people. Yeah, you gotta clean that up. Anyhow, let me see what I got in the chat. Fishing a fit. Sir Dale Matthews and Hal Scott Clay. And the thing. My bill ends. Anyway, in the chat. Elegant, eloquence, G, TJ, Jimmy, so, Sarah, what's going on? Doing Meals 36. You guys may hit that like and also make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are catching this on the replay. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Still trying to do time. I don't know what was it. I was saying I like your hair and see what's the difference. Like it's talking to this. More with that. Anyhow, the show started, man. I got something ready for this. Alright. So I got an icebreaker. Let's see. This question is courtesy. Swing yourself.
See, you have like smoke.
I'm sure it's that song. Special merch. Now, here we go with icebreaker. How often do we use the Bible to correct misbehavior? How often do we use the Bible to correct misbehavior? Both facing it up. Dan wasn't expecting this. Sal, I'm not exactly. I want to kick this off first. How often do we use the Bible to correct men's behavior? Go ahead, man. What you about to cover? I'm just trying to move the goalpost up. Just relax a little bit. You spoke. You said what you said. What about you, Ty? How often do we use the Bible to correct men's behavior?
I think we have to correct behavior. I think more often than not, we may use the Bible to inspire men to, people like to put them in a powerful situation. But I do don't recommend through or by I actually see you would hear it more with women being recommended use the Bible.
What about you, Dr. Baker? What's going on with the men? You think the men are not being corrected?
Yeah. But yeah, they don't correct me. That's the only thing, right? But other than that, they really don't correct it. According to the Bible, she really is correcting the Bible, especially the verse submissive. But the women don't use the verse and being submissive to the man, because it says both of them be submissive to each other. The women never use that as reference. Both to be submissive to each other. That's false.
I don't think it says that.
The word submission, but he is submitting. He is submitting. He actually submitted God without that part. But it's still submitting to her. He's still. We can't. No one tell him to come But see, that's the thing. I just said it doesn't say the word submission, but we also near her. You are going to her. I mean, you also counsel one of everything. So it's one People workspace. You create a Gmail account with your own domain and branding. Helping your business. Yeah, but that's the first.
Yeah. The
Right.
first. It says,
Exactly. Dog, what?
Yeah, I'm not a Christmas guy. But it's actually true that I was working on this. How often do you read the Bible correctly?
you asked me that.
Right here?
Yeah, and that was the answer of the question. I don't know if
Okay. All right, go ahead, brother. Let me tell you about this. How often do we use the Bible correctly as behaviors? I'm pretty sure there's other men out here as well that may be kind of knowledgeable about what the Bible says. They often make bring it up. So let me tell you about this. Can you hear me? Go.
So we don't use Bible to maybe we maybe we use the Bible to make us feel guilty about adultery, some other things, but like there's nothing that we do with the Bible to correct everything, um, or encourage them to be better. We only do that I feel like men in particular have this misconception that women have the Bible about this hierarchy or how men are supposed to rule over people. So it basically gives men power, but it does not hold them to the responsibility of that power. It does not correct them in their behavior in that power. So we don't use the Bible.
I want to take it back to what I was saying. I think it's not that the Bible as far as like being there for whole quality of their life. Right? We should not do that as much as men would like to not eat all these right? Only arguing a lot of Christians with nothing else, right? I think women, especially black women, are the predominant audience of the church. And if we wanted to hold men to the standards of the Bible, it would be on us to do so. And I don't think that we right? Like, we don't do it enough. We would rather use it as a way to encourage and make something of the kingdom to see and things already. I don't want to throw this on top of you, but if anyone who's like talking about the society or this women, right, that's actually holding it to the kingdom.
This is
You talking about the general question, right? and then explicitly use the word. Because they were indirectly, they use some of the principles of the language, right? How they expect them to cover them. And none of this is wrong, right? But that's just how they train people. Most of the what it is that we call it, or would like to call it, right, is pretty much from the Bible, right? That's what it still is. Even if people aren't Christians, they still are called Christians of the Bible just because of the lineage just having Christianity behind it. So as far as the main duties, they're expected to do for that coverage, whether it be financial or protection. These are what they're supposed to do. Like that verse is going to say that they're supposed to sacrifice themselves necessary for them. It doesn't say but it does say be selfless because you know that this doesn't and with that, women are actually expected to follow Christianity.
So, in your opinion, from the is what those expectations that people put. Is that right?
Yes, and I don't see anything wrong with it. It's actually literally about the right as long as the woman is prepared to fulfill her duties as supposed to be about.
So we want to do is global, just actual why is it better to
Men have no problem with it. You can raise them to be safe. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for the most part, yeah. Men understand that men, that's why men generally don't need their relationships. That's why men generally don't. Once in a while, that's why statistically more men are likely to stay with the woman after abortion. Because men understand they want to be there. Because, yes, that's right. That's right. Men understand the duty and they don't quit. That's what it's included. That's what it's actually. Men will continue to support women financially that they hate. Men will continue to protect the women that you hate. Even miserable men. But that's quick because he says we follow what he thinks is right, whether that's foundationally from the Bible or not. Right? Whereas women are more likely to quit a relationship for any reason whatever any reason whatsoever. So yeah, they absolutely understand it. And we don't feel oppressed, we just understand our obligations. We don't throw a whole bunch of feelings into it, right? If we understand duty, we understand what our purpose is, what is our purpose here? Maybe it's not for them. And if that's not the case, then bring it back. Don't all people are going to lose that for a while. I'm not saying that everybody needs to get married. I'm never going to push that for people. But I'm saying if you do, then stay calm. Don't get into a situation where you know what you're going to get to. Understand? Research and see what's wrong. And marry somebody who's compatible with you, not because they got married, not because they got a certain way, not because they got the deal that you like. How about you get to somebody who's going to align with you that whose principles you can follow?
I think you make a lot of good points, but I think it's also very important for us to point out that this man, certain men that are built on principles that follow that idea, right? Because we have a history of that's not the case. We have they can stay with their family to get out to their we have a lot of people that don't have a lot of friends. But I just want to clarify that part. This thing that they do with things like
I never speak in absolutes.
And also, men are more likely to leave women when they're sick, ill, than women are the at a time to that's such a valid thing.
So, yeah, I wasn't speaking in absolutes, but we can't ignore is that most men don't cheat. Most men don't cheat. That's just what it is. Most men don't cheat. You can look that up. Most men really don't cheat. That's honest. You don't. There are some people who do it. Wait a minute. It's in the high 30s. From what I've seen last, it's 38%, which would mean that most don't, right? So just over a third actually do cheat. So yeah. Why do we think that men are just going to footballs out there trying to ravage everything they went into? I'm going to talk something about it.
I think that he's referring to the men who are married. The men are married. I do see that certain men who are married, they're married. The majority not married. I don't know. The ones who want to be married seem to want to really be married.
Right. So it's up to you to discern who these men are, right? And don't waste your time with people who don't have their best interests in mind. I'll let somebody else go. I'm taking it.
I feel like they're in a gray area. Counseling and deal with
I don't think you can married. There's no way to do that. When I
when it comes to cheating, men and women should the same way. I'm so tired of running with that freaking narrative because at the end of the day, we got mama's baby, papa's baby. So we don't not gonna run this game because women are out here sitting around that there is a 24% of men and 28% of women, something like that. Same rate. Okay, minus 4%, something like that.
People aren't admitting that they got cheated on. Especially, I would like to say this from my personal experience, right? I'm not saying it's a fact, it's my opinion. I feel like we would never know if women cheat more anyways, because men in their ego would never admit that they got cheated on.
That's how people can test men. Men do know that they cheated on. At the end of the day, men say, y'all men are way more talented than you think they are. Okay? Men know they're right. At the end of the day, men know these things.
Who's admitting it? How do we know?
There's a big that we have a little bit
Y'all don't talk with men.
No, that's what I'm saying. I do have conversations with men, and a lot of times it's a lot harder to try to. I'm saying when you go out on a regular basis, right, into the world, not even like, you're not talking about club or something. I'm just saying, let's say you meet somebody at a store and y'all start talking, right? It is more than likely a woman will admit to being cheated on because we bond over that. It is less than likely a man will admit to cheating because they take that as an embarrassment, so they don't want to acknowledge it.
Yeah, the same.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that you're right. You're not asking how would we know if they don't admit it.
To be able to have access to that type of information, because that it doesn't do him any good. So we have to be comfortable in the house, right? And see, right? Come to that. So in his house and all that. You got that. You guys ever take surveys and look at it's painful. What I'm seeing right now is kind of this. It's like we're now in the business of analyzing others. Something, surveys is the only data we do have available when it doesn't suit you now. That's why, right? You can understand that there is much of that, right? You can think that's fine. Well, that's the data that we have available. When people generally go through a survey, they don't ask for the date, you don't ask for anything. There's nothing to hold you to it. So most people are generally honest. They're not going to take time out of their survey just to see the numbers. That's not generally how it works. And that's how every other stat that we present is.
But wouldn't that lead me to believe that I wouldn't know if women are cheating more than men because they want to protect their image?
I understand that there's evidence. Let's just say what is happening. If we talk about accountability, we know that men, more often than not, is going to say, yeah, I fucked up. I went out there. Women are going to be like, well, he should have been emotionally connected. He wasn't getting my hair down. I had to go get him myself.
I think that's
and over 2,000 streams of murders, and it's like, look at how blessed we get during this. Men and boys with new mental health, and
That's what he came from. Because oftentimes the woman she's getting caught. She's getting caught. She's not asking for it. She's not asking for people to take it and reach it. It would have hurt to her. She would have
every
she would have up to her. She would continue to pass it. She's not caught. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I try to tell them. I mean, if you want to do it, she didn't want to get caught. She did not want to get caught. That's why I say, yeah, if the woman came to you out of the blue and said, I'm a changed woman in 2 years, it's been on my heart, I don't know why. God's told me that I tell you this. That's telling me some shit that she already been created for me. She's changed her ways, and she knew she kept complaining, so she owes a different kind of way. The woman who get caught in the act and then trying to say, tell me he's about me, he's supposed to be here, what's that? No, don't worry about it.
you're free. God for you.
Now, see, if they have brought parallel to a breakup, right? If the rap took it, you're going to say, oh, Lord, forgive me because you said that's right. No, you got caught.
But
You got caught.
what's on
Same way I'm tripping.
yeah, what's on yeah, that's me, but you can't force your spouse. But it shows that men who do have affairs, they still love their spouse, right? Because that's what men do. And I need side chicks to understand that they don't like, okay, when the day they're not living their lives, they're less than do. Okay, so small percentage of them that do. 90% of marriages don't work out. 97% of those marriages, men believe, women believe, side chicks. 90% so with that being said, we just let you down. You don't like it. So once you got it open, you got a wife. Last night, she the same. All the same. Well, that's sound like that.
Why you happy that was a good person? And you separate now.
That's how they have that. You like you going in on no, I'm just saying when they do cheat, they don't need to do it. Not the rest of the one. You do like you say, you gotta and we usually fall in love with their side view, right? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's not like saying you ain't cheating. That's what I do. But for men,
Once you get it done, the most important part is the one you need done, and the best partner is the one you deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Granger, because we have professional grade supplies for every industry, really hard to find parts, and we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most important, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call Granger.com or just stop by. Granger, always get it done.
but I heard it today on TikTok. A man literally said, well, when the Bible talks about adultery,
It's not referring to us because the Bible also talks about, and this one follow that with, because the Bible also talks about how we can have multiple wives. So we're not adultering on you. We're just doing what we're supposed to do. We're just multiplying and being fruitful. The Bible never said adultery applies to men. Literally, that's what he said today on his channel. Mr. Nosey.
He just said to me, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've never heard this, but because see, my take on this topic is going to be something that I've said to Lady O, and she kind of explained it to me, and I get that side. But when I say this to people, it upsets them, specifically the Black community. I've never seen. Specifically the Black community, I've never seen anybody talk about the Bible for anything outside of oppression. Anytime somebody brings up the Bible, it's because you didn't like what I said and you're trying to make me shut up. That is it. So I don't talk to people like that. I'm not saying, and I want to preface that way, I'm not saying that's what the Bible is about. I know that there are great things in it because I'm right. But what I'm saying is 9 times out of 10, when I'm having a conversation with somebody and they bring up the Bible, it is a way to tell me, shut the hell up.
What did you say to get away from the Bible?
Everything. When you start talking about women and the way that they're supposed to act, they talk about men. They start talking about the Bible. When you start talking about how you just don't want to listen to a man, they start talking about you're supposed to submit. You're supposed to be. This is the Bible says. The Bible says. They love bringing up. Are you a Proverbs 31? My opinion is my opinion, and it's almost like all opinions are like bad. Yeah. Yeah. Because my opinion is the same thing, like you said, as my behavior, right? Okay, so how does my behavior affect you? How would it affect you? If a woman, this is what I'm saying. How would it affect you? If my opinion is that I don't want to listen to men that I don't respect, why are you bringing up how I should listen to men because the Bible says to me? I'm telling you, this is
how are you in conversations?
What do you mean?
If you don't respect, you don't listen.
Because I'm not trying to have. A lot of times I'm just minding my business, and people start trying to tell me that me minding my business is wrong. And then we start having a conversation about how I didn't ask if it was wrong. And then they start talking to me about, well, let me tell you. Mm-hmm.
You said it was a very listening.
Yeah. No, we didn't bring up homosexuality. What did you say? What did you say? You said what, man? You with another man? Is that what?
Another man's wife.
Oh, I didn't hear wife. I'm sorry. I didn't hear wife. I was like, okay.
But what I was trying to say is, They can just not say that man sleeps for a woman that's not. That's not right. It's all wrong with that. I get it. It's people interpret the Bible differently, so you gotta try to see how things interpret. You may interpret. We had this conversation. Some men, some scriptures, you know, got read. You might get some different. One is where you should sleep nobody. And the scripture that says you shouldn't sleep with a woman that's married. So you gotta kind of figure out and explain. What's understanding of you on the job, and then you got to go off of that. But I do know we're coming under grace. If there is some type of confusion.
You're correct. It can be interpreted many different ways. Some people read it like by the black fire, right? It actually has a relationship with God. And you recognize that it doesn't matter if it's somebody else's wife or transgender person. It is the straight.
That ain't even don't even put the T in there. It's just
Okay.
it's running the order.
Well, this is what the Bible says.
This is Bucky Badger's house, Camp Randall Stadium. A sea of red as Wisconsin is on the field, wrapping up the pregame warm-up. The final touch, the final reminders of the game plan, and this crowd hoping that they shout throughout the end of the day. On Wisconsin. Time for ESPN's college football. Brad Nessler and Kurt Herbstreit will be on the call. Brad, take it away. We're here in Mantown, where the fans are surely mad with excitement for this big college football matchup. Hello, everyone. I'm Brad Nessler, and beside me in the booth is Kurt Herbstreit. Aaron Andrews is also with us. She'll be reporting from the sidelines. Today's exciting game is brought to you by Dumb Plus Kid. Be comfortable in your own skin. We'll see the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Wisconsin Badgers.
But
We've had some great games so far this season, and this one has all the makings to be a fantastic one.
I get that.
It's the coin toss, presented by Dumb Plus Care. Be comfortable in your own skin.
Whatever they do is what my clothes do. Gotta be clear. We're using 22.
he's saying a polygamous relationship.
She said David was cheating. Like King David was cheating.
Sarah literally brought her to I think it becomes nice when we time to like that right with she's not part of the making in our that we don't take to bring it back right to live right then that's no longer here.
And I just,
I know that just burned both.
Me? You know why it doesn't burn me up? Because I wouldn't mind having a sister wife. Don't got me so twisted. I don't care if I have a sister wife.
You don't even mind.
I don't care. I do not care if I have a sister wife.
I didn't even forget. Now look,
Like that wouldn't bother me.
some of y'all like it, y'all don't even know.
Marcus
your
Eagle,
husband hear
he
you?
may have
Can your
my
husband hear
husband,
you?
he's in Miami on a work trip.
Just playing.
And a work trip. No, but he's probably somewhere. Yeah. Oh no.
Well, look, I would have to like, who do you feel usually in a relationship, the woman wants that other one?
Yeah, like
Would you feel
actually,
comfortable?
that is our number one rule. Like he's always told me that I go and bring who I think will be a good, and then like, cause we had, so like for instance, right, a girl that's like my best friend, for the longest was a girl that lived with us. Her kids lived with us, so we had like 5 kids running around the house. He paid for everything for both of us. That was just that. Like that's what we had going on. You know, like, and I'm fine with it. And he doesn't bother me.
Where they were together.
Yeah,
Like that.
it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me because I feel like my personal story was, long story short, after I had children, I went through this time period where like there was a big hormone fluctuation with where my sex drive was in the trash, and I didn't want to be touched. Like the thought of you touching me was disgusting. I was going through postpartum really bad. I needed help cleaning up. I was having a lot of emotional issues. And I'm like, well, he doesn't deserve to not get his needs met, and the house doesn't deserve to go into the trash because I'm trying to figure out where my hormones are at and get them back to normal. You know, and I was doing my due diligence of like, I started taking like medicine. It's called like the happy pill, the happy hoo-ha pills, stuff like that. Like over time it helped, and after like 6 months of, I guess like that was like the supplement of like adding more vitamins into my body, I was back to normal. But for me, and I don't say that because it sounds kind of like vulgar, but the simple fact of like I'd be willing to have a threesome. Why wouldn't I be willing to have a sister wife? Because why would you think that you're gonna come in my house and get my peen, but you're not gonna help me do these dishes? Girl, please, my this boy. Because if I gotta clean the house and sleep with a man, who gonna clean the house and sleep with a man?
Yeah, they say you put that Tom's crazy. This shit don't go by. Hey, can we get
I'm gonna say something so far. I had comments back up yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just polygamy, poly, I don't know. Me, I don't
Did you get it right?
know.
That's 50% right.
Yeah, I like it. I was exceeded at it. I did. I don't but um, my whole thing is that we use the Bible too often to tell women not to sleep with. The Bible says all to save ourselves and to control our bodies in some kind of way. We only use the Bible to never because they have plenty of verses that just tell people. They don't tell. The Bible doesn't tell women. The Bible tells us all. In some kind of way, society has said that it's okay for men to sleep with these imaginary women that they're supposed to be sleeping with before they get with their pure wives. I don't, we don't know. I do not know why that is because if we're following the Bible, we have to follow the Bible, right?
What if you run into a black man with the Bible?
I'm not, but I'm just following after the prophecy.
That's one time. What if you run into a man with a let's think about it. Because every time we use somebody, if in general, they won't make with a woman still got a woman. You know what you say ill. Why would I say ill?
Sorry. You said it should be discussed.
You say in general, but they still got a woman.
That's right. I mean, I wouldn't know tell me, but
Let me change. Let me switch. Let me take my message to the woman still got a woman really experience. He's really he's giving it the supreme thing. She's still valuing information.
not if you can.
A lot of it brings me to a level where he got supreme thing.
Wait, not if he's had a lot of partners. No.
I didn't say a lot of partners. We took that off the table.
Okay.
We just said his level of experience is not very different. Okay, that's it. Man, value on woman. That's so much.
Show them right time, show them right.
There's a whole city man out here. Here's the thing. I was born to be a serious girl. And I got made fun of by you. Yeah.
The Crimson Tide of Alabama lines up to kick this one off, and we're just about set to get underway. He really got a hold of that kick. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. Let's go back to Reese now. The studio. Thanks, Reese. And up comes the offense.
The other wasn't helping that the way they did the seats. But she don't want to
Right, that's the flag.
man's not going to get it to us. He's making a point. All these things.
He makes it out to maybe the 46-yard line. Pick up the yard for the tailback. Second and 9 coming up here. Ball on their own 46. They're trying to stop the run here with a goal line defense. He's tackled at the 44.
More plays like this, and the coaching staff is going to need to change up the blocking scheme. You can't allow the defense to play in your backfield.
Third down now. They need to get it inside the 45. They're around that line of scrimmage. They're going to pick up the first down, so they'll have to.
On the third down, the defense was expecting the task, and they defended it very well in the second quarter.
So Bruiser's talking about
Simmons is waiting for the snap.
do say the other guys do not agree with
It's away, short one. He drops it.
Even if I know they don't do it, I still do it. Reason why
The defense gives up some free yards to the offense.
Penalties can ruin a team's chances to win if they commit too many.
It's first and 10.
Exactly, but that's the thing. You want us to submit to our husband. There's that shit that God doesn't. These husbands are submitting to their ego. They don't want to be in conflict in their relationships, in their marriages. And these women are just following the burden. But then when you get in
So the offense will move a little bit closer to that penalty.
one way we can successfully we can see that is we don't have to take the place. If we can use your face, you go back to God, this to make this move. If we submit to God, we saw a case where he was God, everything we did, you let me
From the 24-yard line. First down.
He was a person.
Steps up.
Everything you can do to fall out of the hands of these receivers. So that was a really good.
Well, this isn't conventional. The kicker's on the field. The kick is away. It's long.
That would look like kick to this kid. Chalk up 3 points for the offense.
3-0. Alabama.
All those things.
The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. And they can
Okay, so
forget about this drive will start at the 25.
Okay, what's one of the examples because in order to do some better, you actually have to make it. It was so quick. In order to work the class on the room, you have to be in the class.
First and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line.
You're not even in the class room to go to school.
Yes.
Hands it to the back.
That's what I'm saying. So,
6-yard line. Great job by the running back, and that's a gain of 9. It's 2nd down, and they're about the length of the football from the first down marker.
We do have a backup for the deviate from that. That's for
Well, Brett, that was a big.
all aspects of
I'm really interested to see how he responds from this hit, and whether or not he comes after his offensive lineman and challenges them to start playing a little bit better.
3rd down, and they need to get it down to the 35. This defense not wanting to give it in.
Safety. And the defensive coordinator's got to love to see his willingness to take a chance there and be able to come up with a sack. It's not shocking at all to see this defensive coordinator continue to be aggressive later in the game.
The sack makes this a 4th and very long.
We all pull out like
Mason back deep to return. It's a short kick. So they're just about set to get the game going again. Alabama gets a 5-3. Nice play.
We don't have to do that. Sometimes scared. See, I see how
From their own 40-yard line.
y'all jump like so,
2nd down.
yo. Because people understand that's what it's school. But it's most courses for me.
The Reese Davis joins us in the studio for this update. Reese. Unfolding in Ann Arbor. And just sleepwalking.
You don't think this is
They will turn it around. They're going to get a big world of trouble. And for Blanco, he snagged a couple of touchdown passes. Illinois has the edge, 14-10. Middle of the second quarter. Reese, 3-0 here. Third down now, and they need to get it inside the 45. It's arguably the loudest crowd in the nation, and they are turning it up a notch. So bring it down. It's a 37-yard line. Concentration laps right there. You do have an airport for it, too.
Hold on, he didn't get to it yet. Let him finish up.
From the 22-yard line. First down. And they're going to put 6 DBs on the field to counter that 5 receiver look. McKinnon gets the call. Gains his way to the 13-yard line. They're giving away 3 yards, only making life easier for the guys on the other side of the ball.
No.
First down, and they got their eyes on that goal.
No, Marcus, to pretend like these men are godly men is the problem. We're supposed to be taking instructions from most people that aren't even godly. That's all I'm saying.
Nice job by the offense to get the final few yards to the end zone.
Yeah, they knew what play to call for in that situation.
And the quarterback stays on the field as they try for the 2-point conversion. Quick 2-play, 31-yard run. And they get 6 points on the board after failing the 2-point conversion. The score now, 9-9. Excellent kick. And Samuel out of the end zone for a touchdown. You know, they did on their last drive, so they had to put the ball away.
They've been beaten soundly on both sides of the ball, and we haven't even gotten to the second quarter.
From their own 25-yard line. Second down.
I was on that side because he was
Because he got away with throwing what should have been an interception.
He was not deciding to do it, or he was doing this cover. You don't even apply this cover. But if you're deciding to be in their best cover, regardless if you follow God or not, it is the command to submit to your
Third down, 10 yards to go.
The ball
On the 25-yard line.
7 days of each community pray. If you take no, your place is to submit to your husband.
And the safety
This place, regardless of you,
staying down around the 24-yard line.
Brad, I'm going to put that one on the quarterback. I think he's forcing the issue out there. I understand you're down a couple scores and you're trying to get back into the game, but you can't get it all back at once. You got to be patient, take your time, and methodically work yourself through as a team back into this game.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 24-yard line.
You got some good luck. You said you kick it. This here ball right between the goalposts.
Who on the score now? It's 12, Wisconsin, nothing. Williams will try to kick this one. He got all of that. And they can look at him out returning this one.
Let's use an example. Let's say, man, I'm here. say, oh, really, you ready? Let's get it.
It's second and 10. Ball on the 25.
Relationships in there. Thank you.
Nothing tentative.
No.
Very determined.
No.
We don't care.
It's first down.
Guess what? You gonna say yes?
We're going to get the first quarter of action.
No. Okay. I think everybody's not getting it. Like I'm pretty sure I'm the youngest person, right? Or it's either me or Ty or
We've got a
and I
first
don't
and 10.
need to bring in
Ball on
age
the
to
38.
try and ruffle any feathers. But the truth of the matter is that's not how it works. It may work for those people that are 40 and up. But the police, those girls not going for it. And just because I'm getting like we're having this conversation, like we're talking about the people who aren't on the real dating pool anymore. The real dating pool is full of 20-year-olds, right? And those 20-year-old girls are gonna look at you and going to be like, "What you mean? I see you in the club. I'm not sitting at home. I don't care if you give me no ring. Bring me some money." What dating pool are you in, darling?
Well, there's a name.
No, I'm not in it either. Exactly. So where are these good people that you know? How many people in relationships and married?
From the 42-yard line. It's second
You
down.
think corporate women don't feel that way? You think the nurses, the lawyers, the doctors, the engineer women don't feel like I already make my own money. You're a liar, you're a cheater, you're a narcissist, you're manipulative. All you really got is an A plus or B plus or A. Other than that, what else are you giving me? I already bought a house, I already bought a car. That's how they feel.
CEOs and directors
From their own 45-yard line. In first down.
these women on the corporate level, they don't have any leverage. 35-year-old.
You ever heard of the word post-nut clarity? You're lonely until you get post-nut clarity.
These women are being constant.
From the 50. It's second down. He heats it to the end zone. Let's get an update now. Here's check out the traffic in A-Square. We've been watching this thing all day long. And for Michigan, they're struggling. Over this game, the Mighty Illini have the lead. 21-10. People are predicting some upsets this week, but I'd be shocked if that score holds up. From midfield, third down.
That's not what they say because this we can see that. Yes, they don't represent the name. They don't represent the job. They do not operate because they're important. Most of them operate.
They look awesome on that.
Yes, so we can now have to move the ball.
Get the ball into the
They're
end zone.
prioritizing financial stability so they cannot need a what? A man. The only reason marriage was so important to women was because they needed protection, they needed finances, they needed a place to stay. What are you talking about? Now she's got her own protection in her pocket.
50-yard drive.
Okay, then. So if those are the only three things that are good for it, she can get to herself.
That's why they opted out.
It's lining up to take this ball. Nice kick from the distance. It sails out of the end zone for a touchdown. It's still on in the second quarter. This one is key to some of the blowout. Makes it to the 37.
Super effort by the tailback to pick up a nice gain in the first down. Really a good looking ball kick.
From their own 37-yard line. First down. Short yardage defense here. Might be on the offense. Hold himself really clear moment. Sometimes if you don't hold the quarterback can take a pretty good shot.
So he's
They put everyone up on the line. So your options left. And they push him out right around the 30. Bryant gets 3 yards on the carry. From their own 30-yard line. Second down. Gotta be careful of a pass play with this defense. Yeah, it looks like they're going to change it up here. And he's level to the 22-yard line. And for Houston, that was his second sack of the game. Third and long now after the sack. Defense in their short yardage package.
It's fine. This one, if you're having 20, 30, 30.
The defense held their ground on that play. The quarterback just wasn't able to find any open receivers.
Okay, good. It's cool.
Simmons is the punter.
As long as you know what the big picture is, you understand that this is more
And he's tackled at the 44-yard line.
as you go wrong too. Guys, as long as you know what's up, your 20s and 30s, if you burn them out, and then you try to hit a buzzer beater when you're like 39 and say, yo, my end time, my eggs are ready. You're not. So that's the reality.
From the 41-yard line. It's first down.
And there's plenty of reasons for that. Is because right now, protection is not really the same, particularly in the West.
And he's taken down to the 23-yard line.
Being in home state, right? You have
on base for the studio. Reese, what did you got?
Let's see what's happening in Ann Arbor. Let's take a look at this one again. Second, Michigan provides themselves. So they don't turn it around. They're going to get into a world of trouble. Illinois has the 24-10. Well, that score holds up. That would be water cooler talk on Monday morning. University. Women don't find the value in the man. They can get all the things that they desire from the man by just dating, right?
From the 23-yard line. First
You just have
down.
a social media profile, get very all the attention that you like. And it's not a reality to women. It's really the things and the market value.
Wow, very close to turning it over, but they'll keep possession of the football.
Way to play heads up out there. That's just one more reason to play the whistle.
From the 19-yard line.
Sure, you know, can't find it. Yes, and I realize that you have
Three
the
on
bunnies
the 10.
as well.
They move the sticks after another first down.
Impressive drive by this offense so far. I really like what they're doing by keeping this defense on their heels and moving the ball downfield.
It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun, 5 wide receivers. Looking like the ball carrier. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This one has got
Usually we don't see games get real ugly in the second half. When the talent of the depth chart starts to show. We're still here in the first half, and it's already looking like a blowout.
And he hits the PAT. 24-yard drive, and it's good for 7 points. The score now, 26-0. Williams is on the canvas ball. And they can forget about returning this one.
But they're just not willing to do that. But I do believe that we're going to do
I'm really surprised how lopsided this first half has been.
what they
But
want.
this is college football, and no matter what the score is, the adrenaline's always flowing on both sides.
It's hard to love.
Hopefully, super season.
This year by this quarterback sitting in there the last second, trying to make a play downfield, only to have this defense get to him. He's got to do a better job maybe feeling things out a little bit, but at least he has the awareness and the toughness to sit in that pocket.
Hands it to the back. That's a great tackle at the 23.
Seems like every game this guy is in the offense's backfield, bringing guys down for a loss. He's just got a knack for making plays.
It's not that
From their own 23-yard line. Third down.
standards are so high. A lot, most of them tap out and lose interest.
All right, so Trey, the reason I asked you, why is that?
Let's get the latest now from Reese Davis. Action unfolding in Ann Arbor. This is the game we've been watching closely today. And for Michigan, they're having all kinds of trouble so far. The Fighting Illini have the lead, 24-17. 26-0, our game score. Fourth and long here after the sack. Manson, the return man.
Not calling nobody no name.
Alabama's going to use their first time out of the half here. The sack makes this so very low.
Wait, I got some. You want to know what's
It's
funny?
away. Short punt. So it's time to see this offense go to work again.
This defense can't stop them from moving the ball and inevitably finding the end zone.
Alabama up big.
So,
They bring it down around the 34-yard line.
Because you know what's funny? Wait, I just want to say this one thing. You know what I find so
7.5
funny?
yards to go.
Everybody says,
Hang on. We made a good catch. Anyway, use what he just said. Just supposed to
And first down. Nothing tentative on that run at all. He looked very determined and got the first down. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 20. And it is good.
Hello? Hello? Who it is? Oh, what's up, D-Man? Long time no see. You moved. Shit, I ain't heard from you for decades, my boy. What you been up to? Yeah, my auntie what gave you my number. Yeah, I'm gonna program your number and shit. What you been up to all these years, man? Shit, I've been live streaming on YouTube and yeah, I'm gonna get the damn job at Walmart and shit. And plus, I'm gonna work on my damn petition off this old record and shit. Man, shit, I done lost the damn house on Robinson Road for last year. That damn landlord was a pain in the ass. Mikey, mama Amy, that owned the damn house, she was a pain in the ass. I took her ass to the damn court and shit. Yeah, I'm trying to get my shit together, so I'm staying with my mama temporarily. Bought that boyfriend, man. I had to shit in quick time. Ugh. Yeah, I'm dating too. I'm dating a girl from out of town and shit. Yeah, man. shit, and been going back and forth to Birmingham and Montgomery and them too. I've been calling that damn modeling agency in Atlanta. I got call them back tomorrow. Shit, man, yeah, man. Since I lost my damn grandma and shit, and I got that second chance. Yeah, me and my brother, hell, me and him, we ain't seen each other eye to eye, and man, he trying to ruin my life too, just like my mama. Yeah, I'm gonna be 34 next month too. I'm trying to enjoy how I want. Shit, I'm trying to protect my damn peace and shit. Man, I ain't got time. Man. I love it. Love them on true enough, but damn, shit, I got a life of my own too. Shit. And nowadays we gotta take care of our own health and shit and stuff and get back in shape and shit, man. Shit, I'm trying to get out this damn step zone bullshit and all. Y'all that goddamn feminine shit out of me and shit. Man, hell. Man, I've been on the damn podcast for the past days and shit, and yeah, and, me and my boy, Craig, Orlando O, we talking about our new project working on a podcast pretty soon and shit, and I told him I'm bringing it back up to him and stuff, and stuff. And my other cousin, I'm gonna get him joined in too. We've been talking about it and shit. Making some good money out of YouTube and shit. So what? Yeah. I want to invest and shit, man. I ain't got time, man. These 304s out here ain't hit no shit. Yeah, no. Shit, man. I'm trying to invest in shit, man. Yeah, I got my other classmate that help me get the job at Walmart, so I got to take that test over at Walmart next month. I passed the other three or four tests. I just failed that last one, that stacking part, so I got to take that over. So yeah. All right, kid. Yeah, I'm gonna program your number. All right, yeah.
That thing. Thank you. You can look at it subliminal. You can parallel. You can juxtapose the lions, group of lions, government, and
Who get alimony? Nobody.
You can.
Get alimony.
What do they do? You literally destroy man's
Even outside that criteria, and then you don't think you're using a smaller trip. He just uses a smaller trip. I'm not using the smaller trip. I'm not saying that most minds are. What I'm saying is that any big do not do their job. Still two people do their job. Jack want to say, look back, you can't do his job. The mindlessness will kill that real mind. So, with that being said, it goes back to my question. If the gonna not do what they're supposed to do. In accordance like that, then what reason would pretend not to follow the man?
Well, I thought you were going to say if the man are not doing what they're supposed to do for the job, so power would be some. And if I were to answer that, I would say, let's see, use the wisdom, use the seed to destroy his community. That's more deeper than that. This argument is oh. It falls apart because they were going to chase the slave.
Hey, I'm just returning your call. Oh, he just called me just now. I just got off the phone with him. Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, I just told him. Huh? He said been years since he heard from me. I told him I've been through a lot of shit. Yeah, he just told me keep my head up, continue what I do and stuff like that. I just told him, in the room, man, 18, I'm gonna say that. Man, that chicken will have on that. Unto my, okay, I bought the chicken for you, right? Okay, we're ready for the chicken. Man, I find blood on that damn, blood on that chicken. Look at my, look at that. Man, I'm gonna start cooking on the chicken. Shit. They don't give a damn that the chicken get real in. I'm saying that gotta do two this time. We make twice. Uh-uh. My bank said I can still overdraft when I get my money. I'm overdraft when I get my money as well. Still gonna give me something on my bank. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing you said. I told my bank said I could withdraw my money off my card through my PayPal. That's what I'm gonna do for now on this shit. Get the other rest off at Walmart. When I go to Walmart, then I overdraft. Mm. Yeah. So what the hood in like what it used to be? Yeah, I gotta take my who? Oh, she probably should. I had went to the mailbox and I returned a call and all this stuff. I'm trying to take my laptop to Radio Shack when I get my money. I'm gonna get it out when I get my next check before I go to McDonald's. I'm gonna call her when she got out the house. Yeah, I'm gonna call Diane too. Who? No, I know because she already do what I gotta do and stuff. And shit. Like, shit, shit. Bro came over here last week. Uh, shit, man, I'm gonna get this out my house. I told you, be ready to get this out let you know when I go mental health and stuff. So on the night, I'm gonna call their rise. I'm gonna call their rise next month. Next month, I'm gonna do it. Let's say on the 2nd for the night. Yeah, that's on Wednesday. About I'm gonna say 10:30, 11 o'clock. And I'm still talking to my friend. I told you real. I'm talking to a friend. He said that good. Yeah. Shit. All he want is money. Playing like he's working somewhere. Like Unc said, he want money. Shit. Talk about trying to keep peace in the family. Man, come on. He called my phone. I told him, I got him blocked. Shit, man. He did talk over here and shit. Yeah, we did talk on the damn phone and shit. No. You supposed to agree and man, no, like that. Shit, shit, man. Yeah. Mm. Uh-uh. Now I gotta see the tip and let you know it too. So, I'm gonna see that game we get put out. Yeah. Well, we did eat spaghetti for days. She get a food stamp next week. So we got in some spaghetti every time. Shit. Yeah. He ain't gonna let me go there and eat too. Shit. Yeah. You put my chicken from home. Let me get real pictures. This the second time. Yeah, them damn. I told all them damn fake ass Christian Mormons when you know, them fake ass Christians. They want, Mormons were Jehovah's. Yes. They been going to their church every Sunday for them. They been burning books over here. Trying to get me to do it. Hell no. Can't drink no drink, can't drink no more tea, and drink no hell no. Hell no. Uh, hell no. I'm gonna do me. Shit, that's why I played my music while they were here. Because I didn't care what they said. Shit. Just like, yeah, I remember last time when we got them told. So did. Yeah. Got them told legs, man. Slowly. Yeah, man. I don't like that either. We teach the wrong thing too. Like I said, I used to go, like I told you, I used to go to church back then. I ain't know. You know they used to be used to. So, yeah. I got what they were doing that talk. I got what told last time. Yeah. Yeah, I got what told last time. She didn't like what I said. I mean, you know, like how she did us wrong all the years. Yeah, I got what told her. I said, you try. I told her, you try to act like you young and all that shit. And you still trying to do this thing, trying to be a damn 3 or 4 and this and that. She ain't like what I said. I meant what I said. So, he trying, they were trying to take it for her. I'm speaking the truth. Shit. I'm gonna say the same thing. I do too. So, I'm saying, being saying comparing right now, shit. I did it. I can't speak up for myself. Shit. Wait a minute. Tight out there. Shit. Shit. Oh, shit. I don't think she got it. And she, I told Big Red, just now, I said, I was on the podcast just now for the past 8 weeks ago. Told the preachers about my situation. The real preachers from the old school, like Real Reed. Boom. I think they living in, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm kids on drive side. Yeah, I'm kids on big day on drive side.
This one, only a few seconds left here before halftime.
On drive side. So that drive does.
Still only the second quarter.
Where?
Football left. And I gotta say, this one is teetering on the brink of a blowout.
Yeah.
At the corner. Wisconsin's going to use their
Yeah, our other cousins that work at mental health. Yeah. Man.
first and 10.
Listen, nobody talking about your mama driving.
Towards the end zone here.
It's up.
Great concentration on
Yeah. Yeah.
and the extra point is no good.
Yeah.
75-yard drive. And they put 6 points on the board after missing the extra point.
You know, as a defensive coordinator, I think right now, you almost look like you're coaching scared. You've got to be able to go back to Monday through Friday, all the preparation that you put in to get this game and trust that and go out and start to play this defense with some confidence. Right now, they look right.
I guess they're not going to speak anything right on the return team. They're for an onside kick. He's to the 20. Makes it out maybe to the 26-yard line.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna get you some birthday next month. Sure.
So you wonder what kind of excitement we'll see this time around.
Hey, you heard they talk about Tyler Perry? You heard they were talking about Tyler Perry? They said Tyler Perry did something to a man, a white man.
So the offense will move a little bit closer.
They said something about some sexual, some shit. Yeah, I just watched it on they talked about it on YouTube. He being sued.
Down 10.
Then they were talking about R. Kelly. They gonna let him out. And they said he did could have win a lawsuit. Did he get it? No.
Second
Yeah, man, they still doing a trial. He didn't beat their case. Yeah.
Right there. Coaches will be giving them an earful for it too.
No. Don't believe what media say. Oh no. I gotta catch up on the car. I gotta pay my Hulu bill. I'm gonna get my Hulu back on. I'm gonna pay my Netflix, man.
It's second and goal.
I'm gonna pay my Spotify subscription too. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I just got to talk to my friend where on his Okay.
So they're able to finally get this one in the end zone on the ground.
You know, we always talk about the running backs, but I got to give some credit to the offensive line there. They made that play happen.
And that is normally why when I talk, I sound like I'm on the side of the limit. I'm not experiencing it.
Mercifully, this one is over.
Especially in this
Wisconsin, 13.
the understanding is that you're on the same level by some of the ideology. So it's going to appear that
So what are your final thoughts on this winner?
I have to say that I wasn't expecting a blowout victory. Wisconsin got absolutely crushed today in this football game. I hope they can put this one past them because sometimes it's difficult for a program to bounce back after an embarrassing loss like that.
we're given an option. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and move forward. I'm going to say this. The man really proved my point. Proved the point of this whole beginning guideline. Now, I'm going to explain how.
Sports congratulates this young man for his 5 There's awards for player of the game. For Alabama, they keep their perfect season alive by nearly their 6th win. And for the back, loss number 2.
Right here on the panel on this whole last hour and a half of discussion.
This is
We
Brandon
did not
saying
need to
thanks for
correct
tuning in.
again. Always try to use the Bible correct one. Right? Hey, thank you to prove my point. Hey, I got another clip that we're gonna roll. No, before you end it, Darwin, didn't you tell me?
Not only that, So that's how.
I just want to get Shannon time there.
You don't want to hear that shit. That's Shannon.
No, I already said what I had to say. I mean, I see what she's saying too. It does seem like if you're on the outside looking in, this is the first one. And I don't really think relationships like that. When you listen to these guys, it's like, oh, it's all about what women can do for the guy and never what the guy can do for the woman. But I would like to think realities, the people I'm around at least, that's really not how it works. Yes, women cook clean, but the men be paying the bills. You know, it ain't no argument. It's just standard around here. It's an unspoken word. Like, just the people in the middle of the places where I live, in my environment, it's just unspoken, you know.
Because what prerequisites do you have specifically that you expect a man to do, and then can you list what women are expected to do?
My expectations for me.
For a man, and then list what you expect women are.
I just expect a man to love me. But now that comes with hurt. But
I want a detail.
All out there.
because then he could clean everything, do all that stuff for you. But if I were, you know, I would say that I would just want to be a man with me, you know, let me feel protected around him, take care of the house, you know. I cook, I clean, I like doing domestic things, I like to clean up, walk around with my guy. I'm not a girly girl, so I like the traditional roles. I do. They don't bother me, but I can understand why some people don't.
I got to the point. So let's look at that. What is the speed?
His duty is to take care of the finances, the house. Anything that goes down, he takes care of that.
Have you ever had a dream that you could do so you
Y'all know y'all not right for that. Y'all ain't right for that.
Man, Shannon, we already talked about you. Talked about you in the conversation with me.
So listen, what I'm saying is, you know, for me, I think that men are supposed to house when I do it. That's just how I, you know, that's how my dad was, that's how protection, huh?
And the grass.
Well, he doesn't cut the grass, we have somebody who does that. Yes, taking out the trash. If the job is too big, we outsource, but of course he does that. So he fixes things around the house. He knows how to do all of those types of things. He takes care of the car on Sunday. He fills the tank up, make sure the car is good for the entire week. We go out. He is if something goes wrong in the house, you hear something, of course, he's the first person to know. He just shows protection. It's so many things that's hard to list them all. He does things on a daily basis you didn't think of. You just take it for granted because it's just there. So it's hard to just list all of it.
What do you expect?
yeah, everything you do.
Reason we just say this, it would just be a disservice for me to sit here and label because he does so much more than I can even, you know, and you get this so often, you take it for granted, you just feel like, what the hell is he did? It's things that I can't even name all the things that he does for me. He does a lot.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you. So what is your duty?
I do a lot for him. So I make sure that when he comes home, that home is taken care of. Wash your clothes, do any of those things. I make sure I clean up after everybody. This is who I am. I'm gonna make sure his clothes are ironed or I take it to the cleaners. I do all of those things. I help him with his day to day. For example, he's really not good at organization. Even with his business, those things he's working with. It's for a Excel spreadsheet for him. I remind him of things. He'll say something out loud. I hear him in a meeting, and I'll write it down or have it in my memory. Like, did you call so and so back? Did you say you're gonna go back? That's just we just have a relationship where you just.
I got a question. Hold on, Mark. I got a question. If you allow checking out.
If I forget to do it,
They can have to do back with 10 laws. Hey, you forgot to take my laundry out last night.
well, you know, it's big. It's written check me. It's not. I can't explain it. Just like I wouldn't check him on something else that he didn't do. Because if he doesn't do it, these things that we do for each other are natural things we do for each other. Right? So it's not like making him do it. It's not because he's making me do it. It's because we want to do it for each other. So it's not like, oh, a job. You don't do this. I get fired.
So the thing is, that's the reason why I asked for it. Yeah. So I'm gonna follow it up. Yeah. You know. So, well, they don't take it. You still got hold at that place. Oh, I don't do that. I don't want to let me know, so I'm calling your ass. And then it will take me to Walmart. Tell me what you doing. Me and Craig, man, she didn't get there for that is the same thing what we just talked about. Hell, my dog shut down. I'm not in my business standing in my way. She leaving me right here. Shit. Yeah, she didn't, yeah, he called her text me. No, that's why that help she got that text me. Shit. Yeah, I know too. Yeah, you know, yeah, they little goes down casinos and shit. Yeah. Yeah, like Freddie said, that no way in here. I got with my money. Yeah, no. What's that shit? What's that gambling? Yeah, opposite. So, hey, you made a big mistake when you first went to the dynasty. Yeah, I know business still, bro. All right, I'll call you tomorrow.
Before they started their fire, they couldn't live. See, well, I couldn't. You do not allow humans to be human. You want to
So that's your problem.
be
So, bro, let me just say one thing. What are some of these things? Go ahead. I'm just gonna say the problem is that she's trying to do. She wants to be in the playing field so bad. Instead of calling herself a person, or the woman she calls herself a person. Instead of saying that instead of saying that man and woman should be separate, clearly you're trying to erase gender out of the whole species so that you can placate or you can substantiate that we should all be going to. It's a reason why God made you. It's the whole reason. So it's biological and natural reasons why you should be doing something. The man should be doing something. Man should be lifting heavy objects and reaching for objects that are higher because that oftentimes naturally he's more tall than short. Like these are basic things that we've been trying to get away with. We've been trying to get away with so much. We even using technology to blend you so bad because it's so much penis in to the point where we're attacking the children to push them out of here that they are not a man, they just a human, they're just a person. No, you're a man or a woman.
Dude, this is my point though, darling. It is not that I'm trying to even the playing field. But we are human. Like that's never. What I'm saying is the same for women is not handed to them like they do men. Men are allowed a lot more grace and a lot of areas than women are. I don't understand the thing. We can't, like, we have to understand that people are people, and what I mean by that is people are flawed. Everyone is not going to know how to do everything. Because everyone's not going to be.
Let me tell you where the argument draws upon. When you put us in a place where it's getting in there, like you tell me society was paralyzed, you can make that man happen. Because we created the society that's there. But the moment shit hit the fan and the awards are out, men don't get no damn grace. We don't get a damn if you don't know how to shoot a rifle. We don't give a damn if you don't know how to use a grenade or use a knife or protect yourself and defend yourself from being murdered or unalive by another man. We don't send your ass out there and we don't protect our world. That the grace is gone. You get what I'm saying? The grace is gone. Just like that.
Now they're thinking about drafting women.
Yeah, they took women out of special forces, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. So if I can, well, we don't have to go to the extreme. For example, nowadays you can accept that most men are not, that a lot of men are not trying to drive. A lot of men are not trying to change the brakes on their car. Put a shelf up on the wall, put his TV up on the wall. As a matter of fact, they would say things like, well, I can hire somebody to do that. But in the same breath, we would criticize the one who says, well, I can hire somebody to cook for, I can hire somebody to clean for, I can hire somebody to watch my kids. And then they would criticize as saying that they're not real women because they're not doing those types of things. So if that makes sense. Before you rebuttal, is though that kind of makes sense where the women are coming from, they're trying to get you to understand that they're not being given grace in society when it comes to their deficiencies, but a lot of men are being given grace in society. The reason why is because if you use that example, the difference is the intimacy of it. Whenever somebody break down on power, somebody come into like a higher. But if you can't cook and clean up your house, that means somebody has to come into a place where your household can be where you're born. Yes,
That's about what I literally just mentioned having the TV on the wall.
No, I'm saying like put the TV on
While
the
you're
wall.
electrician.
Like if a man can't,
Yeah, men say that they do all of these things, right? And I'm not saying that they don't, but most men are taking the car to the mechanic, are hiring the guy to mount the TV, are letting the electrician and the plumber come into their intimate space and fix the plumbing and the electricity. They're hiring the pool guy for the pool. They're not even taking out the trash, because I'm not gonna lie to you. We got valet trash. We got valet trash that drives around and picks it up from the front door. He's not doing anything super manly or crazy. My husband has a very comfortable life, just like I have a very comfortable life. And if I don't want to cook, or if I didn't want to do laundry, he would ask me, would you like me to hire the housekeeper? Would you like me to order food? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying y'all don't do stuff. I'm just saying that it's not like men are getting their hands dirty like they did in the 60s or something.
In those cases,
He is.
it's different. If the woman is not paying for these services, just like who is that? Shane? I don't know who it was. No, it was See, she's not gonna cook. If he's the breadwinner, she's gonna tell him to go hire somebody with his own money to go pay for somebody to cook when he got a wife. It's totally different. That argument stands if it's that case. But the scenario, oftentimes, is the man taking money out of his pocket that he budgeted so that he can pay for something. Well, I would actually go home and I would actually go when we go to the majority of the households. I would actually be willing to make the argument that men's job is far more supplemental with cash than the woman's job is. Or hire to just daycare regarding that. But most women don't have their jobs because a lot of us have our jobs in place. And I was like, a lot of us don't cut our own grass. A lot of us don't change our own bricks. A lot of us don't change our own we don't put the like. I'll be honest with y'all, I gotta do all that shit. So
It's okay.
I gotta change my own rules because you know, man, the way I gotta get my chicken in my favorite shop, work out. But like, it's not you just think about it like that. Just try to understand what it is. That's what y'all arguing. Why is it
No, Darwin, all we're saying is that if a man can't do it, nobody says he's less of a man if he goes and pays to get someone to do it. We're fine with it. If you pay the mechanic to fix the car, that's cool. All we're saying is that usually a man says if a woman can't cook though, that's not cool if she gets food like catered. It's not cool if the Thanksgiving dinner is catered, but it's cool if somebody else fixes the plumbing. I think that's what I was saying.
I go we gotta get Dr. Lady on there to the shade to speak.
I was just gonna say, I feel like it's hard, as a person, and it kind of goes back to the whole thing, right? Like, everyone is human, and everyone experience, everyone has their own standards and expectations within a relationship. For the type of woman that, can give, and what she can say in her relationship, they work together in ways that they feel they are met in that scenario. I feel like in my personal life, I do criticize and not perfectly necessarily towards men, but I will not genuinely get services. Like I dated men who had money before, but still community like right, oh no, I want, mount the TV, or I don't want to redo furniture. I me, that's not value. But I found value in a man who's able to stay on their own. So if you can't change the tire, if you don't know how to change oil or something like that, I don't see as a man for me. When it came down to like what I expect from a man, something even as small as a man, I know how to work. It's a non-negotiable for me. I like working. And I refuse to work. I think that's a job. And a lot of women in my family work, but I refuse. Right? It's just my thing to what my expectations are, but at the same time, I go. I don't mind. I don't want to do it. So I think it's all based on like the specific relationship and the people that are dealing with these relationships and what they want from those people. I don't think it's like one consensus across the board for all relationships and how they're operating.
Go ahead.
I appreciate time for things. Now, my thing is, they said that you cannot go work with exercise. Man saying, I'm too scared. Run in the room and hide. I just don't. I just, maybe a show head. Yo, man, go and do stuff. You're like,
If my man does not go and hide with us and call the police, I'll be mad. And say, now, hold on, in hiding though, in us being the same, that man better be in front of us. But that man better be front unless he has been forcibly trained. You a police officer, you a first responder, or something like that, fine, great, whatever. Otherwise, you get your ass in here with me and you call the police because you're not going you're trying to call the police. You leave. Oh, you supposed to be supposed to, divert.
Lower the
You gonna be right there with me and somebody else in this house, and we gonna call. Well, you be surprised. Go ahead. Ty, you'd be surprised how many women I've heard say that though, that they don't want that man to fight because they don't want to lose that man. They want the man to come hide with them. I heard a lot of women say that. I'm not gonna say I would say that, but I heard women say it. That's another thing. That man better be ready to defend, but do not go and confront. You keep in here. We are going to call the police. You can say that's why I say you need to confront. And so if in fact that intruder does come and find us, then you are ready to defend. Other than that, still not ready to get to safety because if I
So, we're getting down to it now. There's a specific archetype in man that completely suits what it is that you're looking for. You might not like how we describe it, but I know that he will fall right into everything that you're talking about. It's going to run in power with you under the bed while the intruder does what he wants. And then it's going to listen to treat you like a partner and all of that. I doubt most women would be attracted to him, but there are men available like that. I know what you're talking about. We're not going to call them what you call them, brother. There are men like that that will suit you. I do believe you can find some out probably pretty easily, right? When these modern day guys who use relationships like that. I agree with that type of lifestyle, but yeah, you might have just been looking in the wrong places. There's a dude like that. We all know a dude like that.
I ask you a question, Trey.
Go ahead.
How many meals does a average person eat per day?
The average man?
How many meals does an average person eat? I ain't like 3 meals a day.
Normally, that's recommended.
How often is somebody eating TV?
Very rarely, right?
Once you get the TV up, once you get the TV, hang on, man.
Yeah, that doesn't happen either. Hang on. Let him rock. Let's see where he going with it first.
How often is this? It's probably going to be however many TVs, and it's probably going to be more than that, right?
Yeah. So when
Why the hell are you trying to make sense of outsourcing cooking parallel to outsourcing somebody from TV? If you outsource 3 meals a day, you can see how that can add up. Why it makes sense? Why it financially makes sense? Outsource somebody handle the TV versus handle a cook company that goes that.
No, I got it. So dudes, that point is valid. However, there's other things, right? Like there's a lot of dudes that just don't know how to do shit. Right? Like the tire change we talked about, they can't oil change, they don't know how to do those things. Like they don't know how to shelf break, they don't know how to put it back in the bowl or replace it. So
the frequency is on the same level as cooking and cleaning. If you use that women are arguing, they get it done, the men are not trying to run parallel to the men as far as fucking fractures in the house and fixing things. If these things are happening at the same frequency as needed building and needed hygiene and sanitation and all that stuff, a man would start doing that stuff. The shit would just break frequently on the same rate somebody needed to eat on how many meals a person.
yeah, if you say if shit broke in the house 3 times a day,
I don't know how we can these places to discuss open conversation. And they were outsourcing to things that we expected to do. Or should the woman expected to do? Because she's doing it at a higher rate. Some stroke and
again, unless you just agree with we can actually argue because we don't do this. That still doesn't keep arguing. If you are able to, no, you're arguing basically. I outsource everything I do for the
it's not everything we do. It's those specific things that we do.
well, if you outsource, outsource the fixing of your apartment. Outsource the people coming in and fixing everything that breaks down. You're literally paying on a daily basis. This could have just occurred every single day. You're not paying for it every single day. It's included in the budget.
So it wills only once a month. Anytime somebody got hungry, let's say hunger only came once a month. Once every 3 months. You can do the outsource that.
So how much do you think it costs to hire? How much do you think it costs to hire a mechanic all of this on your part throughout the year?
How much I learned?
Yeah.
That's
the manufacturer. Like 50,000 years for maintenance if you have the option.
Money. Are they outsourcing sexiness videos?
No, I don't think I think we're getting away from what both of them talking about. She was asking, why is it that men are ridiculing women for not having these rights, not being able to do certain things? Yep, now, I'm hoping that we're not going to hire an example because I can't excuse a person from not being able to do toothpaste on the phone, right? I guess that's how I feel about it. But there are some things that men may not agree with as far as, okay, well, you should be able to do this, you should be able to do that. I'm thinking you want to do this to move more than it's good, right? Everybody's doing everything. But Sweetie made a great point that most men are doing a lot of those things already, right? They share the responsibility. That's the average person does. A lot of men, they talk their chest and they and shit. Well, I want to do all this and I want to do all that. But y'all ain't making it bread. You're home going to do it too. So if she's doing that at the same clip that you are or better, then it's like, you're going to have to concede on some of the things you do because you're not offering the same amount of value. So in those particular cases, if the man is not providing, then have to know to just give you all the things in the house. That's not how it works. You have to be providing solely for at least the majority. If you want that, at whatever rate it is, there has to be a balance that you're comfortable with. PCB is the discussions that you have prior to marriage, even before a long-term relationship. Most of us don't do that, but they're very important. You have to understand what it is that you feel comfortable doing and I feel comfortable doing. I don't think there's a right or wrong way, as long as no one feels like the right or the wrong is. As long as, for me, yes, there is a right and wrong way, but I'm not going to tell somebody else how they should live their lives, right? So if you and their partner agree on certain things, fine. If someone was to ask my advice, then I can only advise you to something that I know works. And what I know works is that I believe in gender roles. I think you should do this, you should do that. But of course, as a man, you have to be in a position where you have to do it. You and your partner. I don't have a partner, bro. Would you call a and she says, hey, look, if you don't outsource, or you guys all remember, and it says, I'm going to outsource everything that I do. She says that I want you to outsource. Oh, shit. Remember, they are nannies, cooks, cleaning service, prostitutes. Outside of, like, most people ain't going to outsource. Take your time. Right? Yeah. Would you say that you would be fine with that? Chris? Yeah, my bad. That's the best way. Okay. The guy made nothing like this. He said he does the person making money like that. Outsourcing all this is less. And she says, well, all my people be outsourced. Yeah, to me personally, okay, so that makes sense in that situation. But I don't believe in outsourcing. Anyone. So not under your car.
Well, wait, so really it sounds like
Sweetie, hold up.
we just want it to be a girl. Is that what we're arguing about?
Listen. I'll listen. Hey, sweetie, I have a car change, right? I have instructional videos on how to I've changed downpipes. I've tuned my vehicles. I've done a lot of things. Certain things that are too complicated. There's some things that are too complicated that I won't practice. But I do a lot of it. It's like as far as messing with the air conditioning system, outside of recharging it, I'm not doing it. If the compressor's bad, I'll do that. But if it's something where I got a leak in the lines, I'm not doing that. You have to be forced to outsource it. But there's certain things that are expected to. You under your car every day. Not every day. No, I can't. I don't
hang on. First of all, if you under your car every day, there's something wrong with the car. Secondly, most of these things that are outside is less. Also, got to keep in mind. You also, you gotta also keep in mind that a lot of these things carry a warranty. If you go in there fucking in that shit on your own, it's gonna poison your business. So I mean, damn if I go in there and I just had AC. Let this go out of me. I'd be foolish to go in there and fix my own AC. So that's a compensate for an argument that, oh, you also, no, fuck that. I have a warranty on that. There ain't a warranty on fucking products in the fucking system. You gotta also understand that you can't compensate the fact that men they like to be fed from the business. There's no one going around here saying, oh, let's do it because you change the time. She's at work looking at her computer or she's in there changing documents and shit. So don't get it. Just get the shit right. And go out of the sun and come back.
You're pretty good at it. Try to pick up where you left off. For the most part, you would. Bro, so I got man to look at Java real quick. I'll shoot one bolt. I don't do everything. So I do that. I get trust that. But that listen, so at the same time, what I'm trying to say is commonplace. Most people don't do that. But you just ask the car guy.
Well, I asked the car guy. But that's what I said. I look at let's keep it thing. Most people outsource.
Oh, right.
Only you have a $50 food. Only $50 food.
Right. So, sweet, with that, would you agree that there's still other things you should do about this so you don't? That's why I'm like, bro.
I know I can't my own feed. I know I can help my own feed. I know how to cut my own grass. Shit, pretty much anything that's going wrong in the house, I'm the first one to touch it. Because, you know what I mean? Like,
You ain't got that kind of, you ain't got 30, if you ain't got $8 to go hire somebody to fix some shit, you gotta get under that fix it yourself. So, you know what I mean? Like, it would have to be absolutely outside of my scope. Like, if you tell me I gotta change my whole transition, you might not be able to do that. I probably want to phone my pops. I mean, I'll change all of that myself because nobody else gonna do it. So, you got $2-3 for somebody to do this shit for me. So, that's the kind of shit like, you know, I do personally believe that we live in a society where a lot of more people have the ability to outsource what they want to do. But I do believe that our grandfathers, our great grandfathers, didn't outsource, but they were kind of forced to work on it because they had a kind of bread to just go and take that shit to the top. That's why a lot of the older kids know how to work on cars. And you don't. My pops know how to do everything on the car. I don't. But I know how to do enough to maintain my car. Seriously, go wrong.
All right, so we gotta get not the lady old enough because she got to jump to the screen right now. I just jumped back a few times. Go ahead.
I'm getting old here, tired, but
Hey, yes, Bob Megan for you. That's why I said y'all gotta read the room.
I don't have a problem with outsourcing anything. Like last year, I had concierge trash service as well. I order a lot of Premier bread. I don't have a problem with that. Even with my guy, I don't have a problem with that. I think that knowing how to do those things is very just the basic survival skills. You know, during the big sea, you know, we had to do a lot of things on our own. As long as you know how to do it. I'm a dishwasher, but I still wash the dishes. So I'm just saying, I don't have a problem with him call somebody to get a tire change. I just have a problem with it. You know, now, as long as he know how to do it, that's even better. Especially if you have the means to do so. Now, if you don't have the means, then of course, yeah, I'm expecting him to be smart on these things, just like a woman should be expected to do her own freaking hair. Okay? Like when we are at the hair salon, these braids and stuff, I'm like, why is it how I really can do by myself? I don't have power with any of those things. I do not. So, I don't think a man is lazy. I don't think he's less of a man if he has somebody to do those things. And you gotta understand a lot of those men unalive much sooner. Men unalive sooner than women. So if him having less labor in life and he can focus on the exercise and our diet and things like that, then and keep him around really longer, I'm sure. So he can cook it. I would eat meat, but I order a lot, but I mean healthy stuff. But at the same time, I also stay in the kitchen as well and do stuff from time to time. But I'm not proud of it. That's just me overall. I'm not proud of it. You want to do it. The thing is, there's something that needs to be done. You both need to find a way to get it done. That's just being a couple. Okay, it's not about whining about, oh my God, you need to go out there and get your car and stuff. No, if you got the means to do it, let them do it. It needs to be done. That's just my stance on that. So.
This person's third second. You can outsource typically being outsourcing that's it's supposed to be on a daily basis so they go to work, get home in time so you can eat, take a bath, and spend time with your kids. Women don't argue that you use yourself, but they don't complain that you ain't putting enough trouble when you out there eating for you can't have no bonus. He's outsourcing these things, it's putting more time. So you focus on his purpose and elevate himself and improve himself. But if you outsource everything a woman's doing, she stayed at home. We're talking about a particular couple. A man is working and a woman's at home cooking. The man's outsourcing all of those things. She puts you on load up on the home, I tell her, load up on the housewives. All these things like she's going on she had shit. So that caution if you do outsource all of the records. And then I'm saying like all this and just being real. Well, we gotta be honest, bro. Ain't no dude outsource a I don't know, like,
That's it. Man, I'm doing all of this like I'm with you.
yeah.
No, they don't feel like doing that shit. They just like, all right.
They don't feel like doing that shit, but they doing it now.
They don't feel like doing it. They just punching that shit.
Most people,
They might want to catch it.
shit, outsourcing these days so they can get the time back and maintain passing the plans. If you know you get off at 5 o'clock, and you know you got to change that time, but you got a basketball tournament, league, shit, you might get somebody to change the time. Why you at work? So when you get off work, you go home. That was the reason why you ain't got shit to do when you got money in your pocket. You're not just going to go somewhere. That's get it on.
Let's come to a call. Y'all outsource
I did extra work. To be honest with you, I did some more extra necessary visits. To be honest with you, working paid.
Oh, but you got a job.
Yeah.
You didn't have that job. You didn't have it before. What was you doing? Outsourcing cookies, cleaning for a man who's a job.
But no, we didn't move the goalposts like this because we all work. So you can't just
So that's
so I don't.
Well, the reason why I can include working because it's not always scholarship too. If you look at the data, it's pretty much so I can include all of those questions. I would start with like you said, all right, I want a man, I want a cook. You still be more fire cook at it. What do you think of
Very much spare time. Huh? The only thing that I feel like I haven't ever outsourced was like taking care of my kids, right? So no, my kids. No, I'm not gonna lie to you. My oldest is 9, and she's been homeschooled. She is homeschooled. She has never been to school. Nope. Don't do that. Don't. So I feel like I like to do yoga. And after I do yoga, I would probably like hang out with some of the girls that are in my neighborhood and we go for a swim. And then I run errands, like I pick up any type of packages. I do shopping for the household as far as getting the household supplies. Yeah, where are you laughing for? Because I live a very soft life. I don't have a schedule. I don't have
Reason why I'm
wrong with that. I got a nail appointment. I had to get my hair done. I went shopping for the kids' clothes.
Okay, stop right there.
I went and got cocktails with my homegirls at happy hour.
You just fucked up this whole argument. Outsource all that stuff so you can go try to go spend more money.
Yeah.
On other shit.
But can I have a very honest moment with y'all?
Okay.
No, I want you
I'm gonna have a very honest moment with y'all. When you outsource and I have all that free time and I got to hang out and giggle all goddamn day, there is something down the road at the end of the month.
wait.
I ain't telling no lie. I ain't took that in and you got what you wanted.
All she's gonna do is go spend money on us in the streets.
Dara, what you said that she was a lot of fire. No, that was that. Yeah, you said I'm sitting for TV. I said I went to Target and got an iced coffee and told my man to
You
eat
wanna go get my nails done, your hair done, you wanna go get cocktails, you wanna go get your feet done. You just write up $400. Outsource all your cooking food. So now I
Yeah, but
gotta
that's the thing. Okay, you said.
You get that so hard.
I'm sorry. I never saw money.
Don't take it easy, sweetie. Hold on.
I never saw money. What do you want me to do?
Man, so hard. That's what Swingy said. Nah, that's what you said. I didn't hear you say.
Oh, he's shut on here.
And she spent a certain time doing what she was the one that could show up to the grandkids. She was the one that could run the kids around and be able to be there for them and pick up fights and all of that. Like that's what when she took time off from other things, that's what she snapped on. You know what I mean? She was again doing like the olive dog in the olive section, which I heard of the buns and stuff like that. She make the buns for a lot of the kids in the school and stuff like that. She sell those. So like when she found her spare time, she did it for the betterment of the family, where she could do more that she would otherwise be able to do. Transfer the work like utilize that time on the work and the other stuff. So I just hear you say, man, I'm just out there spending there.
I don't. Like my thing is like I participate very heavily with my children, obviously. Like what my thing is like if I'm going to like go and do something else, then I have the freedom to do that. And my thing is that even when I did work though, like I still work like I told y'all last time, I work a part-time job. I do currently. I do freelance writing. I mean, like I have businesses, and when I want to sell my products, that's what I do. So I do makeup and I make charcuterie boards. Like if I have an event to cater for, I'm gonna go do that. But it's not like I have to do these things. I get to pick and choose. Like I get to be soft. So when you're talking about walking around complaining, when you see me complaining on here, I'm not complaining about my life problems. I'm complaining for my homegirls. That's what I'm on here doing. I don't have these problems. I walk around, I spend my damn money, and guess what he do? Guess what he do? Like I said, he comes. You know what I'm saying? We live a happy life. Happy life. Feels good. Like, what are you doing? Yes, I am married. I'm happy. That's why I got married. Isn't that the goal? Like, you want to do it?
Is your husband complaining?
No, he's chilling. And he's chilling. That's right. And honestly, I will say this. I do cook often. I do cook often, but I'm also not the one that complains about cooking because I come from Louisiana. I come from a family of cooks. Oh, I like to cook. That's my piece. I put on my R&B. I like my hookah, and I'm gonna cook a 4-course meal because I want to. Like that's what I like to do.
You know what you just exposed indirectly?
What?
To the women who are working.
What?
You know how women about this folk say, we want to be, we want to work, we want to be. Then they want to outsource all the duties. They actually want your life. So that they can go and they don't have to cook it or whatever. They can outsource that. And they can go get their meals done. Why the hell are y'all not being working? Why?
Can I tell you what I noticed? I noticed that a lot of women were saying that they are dealing with men that don't like the things that I'm hearing that the men are saying to the women aren't the things that are said to me even though I don't work. Like I've never been made to feel like in my home because I'm not a part of the financial like bills and stuff. He's making me feel like there's some type of like, and that's what I hear a lot of women feel like they have to go and get their own because they're made to feel like if they are underneath that man financially, They feel crappy. They feel less than.
Looking at somebody else's lines, most of the time. Not all the time. It makes sense for me to go ahead and stay with home, and absorb themselves, they and I understand it. If she's spending 50% of the bills or 60 or whatever, why would she? I mean, she can pull the plug, she can go and find another man, she can do what they say, do that anymore. So,
Theoretically, I want theoretically. But if you put me in that for a week, I swear to God, I'll be in prayer. Only because I have something that I want. Like this is just me. I have something that I want. I have a job that I love. I create my own life, and I don't know what I would do. But theoretically, sometimes I do want to just take off and just do whatever I want to. But I can't. I mean, I can afford to, but I can't afford to do it as much as I would like to. I want my cake and eat it too, but that's not reality.
I said I 37 times. She said I, right? I counted 37 times. She said I. All the things you want to do is
I'm telling you why I want to work. This is why I want to work. Because I love what I do.
yeah, but is it for the best interest of the household? Are you saying that I want to work because I want to take care of the house? I want to take care of the Why doesn't he not say that?
Thanks, Reese. No score on this one.
Because I have.
So it's second and 10.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all the stuff.
What I want to do because I was trying.
Get it? That's what I'm saying. All of what I want to do is only for you. It's only for you. It's not for nobody else but you. That's why you gotta worry about it.
I'm so sorry that I'm using the
I get it. She don't gotta worry about her health. And she just said she won't place. You're until she right. Fast place the same on the bus. She will say, I do this. I do this. This is different. You see the difference.
And when I
Again, both they
whatever I do for him, I'm doing for him.
You say that for a week. After a week, you don't lose.
Like, who am I doing this for? Why? I'm doing it myself. Please, be well. I am talking about me, and it is me. Now, whoever potential guy is, then he becomes my name. If he becomes my name, then I might start talking in terms of someone else. But okay, you know what I'm saying? You can have a $500 physical, a $300 blood work. Like, yes. Not darling.
Oh my gosh, who raised you?
they're arguing back to me. I'm saying no, it's not.
Yes, it is. It is.
So
It is.
what mentality did you say?
It goes.
Artists?
Most of them are goes. Yeah. And I think that and my question to the men is genuine question. If the majority of women are getting together saying we majority are like this, we majority think like this, why is that harder to accept and then work something out with instead of being like, there's no way, let me go and find the minority, let me keep telling myself that this can't be true, let me get with other men for validation, because the validation from other men shouldn't matter, because that's not who you want to take home. You want to take home the women, and the majority of women are saying that they're like this. So now what do we do?
Quick question, Maisha. Do you live in a major city?
Yes, live in Atlanta.
How about you? Bro? You live in a major city? Right. So I don't know if y'all dig it, but
Let me tell you something.
people who are in major cities
Really
are
getting
very
better at running it.
right. Women in major cities are different than women who are out. And this not forget about talking about the flyover states, because women typically don't behave like that. Right. So sometimes we get into our bubbles and we don't really know how other women are. So I understand that your immediate circle might be like that, and your algorithm is definitely like that. Because it just kind of ends you up in that, right? And the algorithm is trash. But when it comes to the food, I don't know. You could say no, but I don't think it's as bad as they make it. Right? Because I think the content is still soft. But I think there's some women who genuinely put together. That's anecdotal. But me just looking at how it goes and studying different states and what's going on in other places, I'm sure that major states are more popular. But once you start to step outside of those cities, then you meet different people who don't have those types of ideologies. Most of the people who are in my life, most of the women married in very long-term relationships are marriage minded, want to be married. But if you raise it like that, it's going to consider yourself right? At least consider that, you know what? Yeah, you gotta just put yourself in different places. Get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Definitely out of the algorithm. Because my algorithm would tell me that most women act like the way you explain. If I look by the social media says, I would think this world is trash. Because I'm in that space and that's what I see. And the algorithm is going to typically put things that are more polarizing because they're the most engaging things. So we have to understand stress.
Well, also, marriage rate has increased too. That's another key sign. Marriage rate has increased. So people are getting married. That's because I know most of the people are married. That's just, I'd say 90%. So the ones who never. So, yeah, kids were married, but the women, they, they have. Yeah, so I would say my circle, apparently this stuff to be to be fair, it just like to me, every time we get into there, they get married to be appealing. You know, kids will get married to the same thing, like that. So they make this, yeah. So in my world, and what I choose surrounded, they're married to other people. I don't get all the bad algorithms on TikTok and all that. Other than that, I don't really think that negativity about that. It's just, just regions, it's terrible lives. It's just the sad stuff that you see on TikTok. Those people, I don't pay attention to them just like I don't pay attention to some of those guys that say, I'm not trying down on why they do it, but I'm saying there's some things that some people don't do, which is like they look at it. Okay, that's just the real. I said, my father knew, why they could like all me or they, who are
Jerry.
Sweetie, you just want to ask me a question? I would say typically, it definitely speaking out for the I would say typically it's a little bit more than you maybe say. You know that over 80% of the U.S. population is making yeah. What I say? Again, I say that most people don't move the city, but it doesn't mean at all that. So then now you're going to, but this is the walk it. It is a little just based on and then you have to consider places that are like overpopulated. Like New York City has a bunch of them, right? And that's one mentality. So it's not like that in every state. But so if I get up, I would assume if you're talking about black islanders place and like, you know, maybe not so urban area, yeah, you're talking about an ideology in the woman where it's more home, it's more kind of like that, almost like that southern hospitality. But if most of U.S. population in a major city, who's like so much? The question is what? I'm trying to understand. Like, would you be okay with just having like 40 cents for this?
Because I want companionship. I don't like a lot of my desires are not like I desire
Your desires are less for second ass.
no. I mean I've always been this way. It's just that I have gotten the more the transition that I've always been for good yardage. I've always prioritized
What's the difference?
but huh?
What's the difference from the time you was a older one and younger versus now? Yeah.
I was young.
That's what I'm saying. So
You young and dumb.
so it's the same to say when you get older, you'll stay in life. So they're on in on it, or they're gonna lose their urge, or they're less willing to participate in the because they out of it.
No, it's not because of that. It's not.
No,
I'm just saying, like, when you're young and you are just like new to the world, that's what you do, but it's not.
so it's a matter of youth.
It's what I'm saying. I think it's not the desire. There was no opportunity. There has always been a priority. But now, I just don't care to be casual. That's all. I'm just taking the casual thinking out of it. I only
Is the deep man waiting to return?
serious. That is it. That is all.
Do you typically consider would you say that it's
But
I think so what I'm saying to that nigga, like look, they
do I date men that know how to balance their masculinity and femininity? Yes, I do. because the end that I am attracted to knows that everyone has the masculine and feminine that they balance.
Would they get their nails
No, that is not. Y'all have the wrong idea about feminine.
I'm just asking a question.
A man in his nails.
Right. What's wrong with me? Manicure, pedicure. Are you not
I'm being honest. I would love for y'all to get their nails done. What the?
Let me continue to answer these questions.
You the different You the different example.
No, I'm not talking about like.
That's not mine to God pay his nails though.
I actually would prefer a man that likes to express himself. But men don't do that, so I understand. But this is
Why
the
does
deal.
my face feel like I'm crazy?
So when I live in you got to say
I don't got it.
it don't happen. As a male taking the south, that doesn't happen. I don't know if that's because you're in the south.
I live in Atlanta. I see men that paint their nails all the time. I don't really see it. I mean, I didn't really see that. Look, these are the same nails that I think I saw on a dude's hand at the bar last week. Last week, we were at bar at.
Bro, how many times do your man cry in front of you?
What?
Why are you telling me that?
No, I just asked you.
I know. I know. It's a frustration of mine because I don't like men who are so masculine that they don't know that they have feelings, but they don't like. I don't like just men who focus on masculinity. It's like he's a lot.
I get it. And I'm asking you questions to understand what this spectrum is. I'm trying to sit through. So every time I ask a question, oh my God.
My bad. Don't be. I'm sorry. I don't know
What's the question? I said, how many times for the minute before you say, all right, that's enough, or is there no limit? I can't come home crying. So you come home crying every single day like that. I have to come home crying.
Is it something to cry about? Like, we need to figure out what we're crying about.
Hey Marcus, didn't I not allude to this about an hour ago?
What you say?
I said, I don't remember me alluding to this.
I remember, bro.
This is specific archetype.
I thought we put it to bed. It says, yeah, I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to get up.
Shoot, you need it.
But here's the thing, with the crying, that's an extreme example. No one is coming home crying every day. Not even women are coming home crying every day. However, if in fact your man is crying and you tell him to stop, if that man is really worried about something and you brush him off, that is how men unalive themselves. Like, this is men's mental health, right? And so a lot of people really this is a facade. I really do care about men's mental health because if something is going on, if something to that extreme, there is some help that man needs to get. Someone needs to listen to him. Just like people don't listen to men. People don't pay men's feelings any attention. I actually do.
What about those who
walk? You never berate a man for having feelings.
What about those in most of these cases, the man's feelings and his mental health issues is connected to his attacking his masculinity? Women trying to push equality and tell him that he's not a leader, always on the shit.
right? But here's the thing. I'm not telling a man he's not a leader. If that man is not telling me, like if you have to tell me you're a leader every 5 minutes, I'm probably gonna tell you you're not a leader. But why the fuck would you telling me you're a leader every 5 minutes? Leaders don't have to tell you they're a leader.
I don't take literal as he's telling you to do. But for example, he's telling you, hey, this is what we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm positioning myself to get this business up and running for the guy. Really, you know, run the front desk for me. And you say, no, I'm not my own job. That goes, man, good examples.
Oh, remember when what's her name? Tracy Ellis. Do you remember when she said she don't like straight men, straight black men? You remember that quote? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah. Most of it, yeah.
I think what she was saying was, I mean, two different types. Oh, she didn't like older.
Like you would be, she didn't like older men. She didn't like
older
older men.
men, they
Like
toxic masculine.
they're
She
just
like older men, they were more fluid. And they had no problem with like, you know.
I remember that now. I didn't agree with that, but you know, I
Try
told her,
to use that as an excuse. Try to use that as an excuse. She's not compatible with most majority of men out there. Otherwise, she would have been a wife. Her mother took to some kids. She tried to use the map. She's trying to give her half fingers and try to play with her. 2 minutes ago, don't let me see you. You gotta feel you.
Yeah, the experience that we want to. Why is the woman's experience and what the woman wants always in the game?
no, it's sad. I understand.
I'm not even nothing you want. I'm just saying.
But you understand, you gotta understand. Okay, and then hope keeps there. You can never ever change that. It ain't about what you want. It's so sad. You gotta be able to attract that guy. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. But I'm telling you, you gotta be able to attract what you want. You gotta tell anyone. You want to gotta make a certain amount of money. I don't care what you attract. I think you should get. Okay, that is the whole. Can you tell what you want? It doesn't matter about you. I want this man to be secret. Can you get him? And she's already proven over her life either she passed him over and now she can't get him. Because to be honest with you, at 50-year-old, and I'm 53-year-old woman, I ain't just, I can tell you, the ball is in a man's court. I can tell you, anyone, I'm a 63-year-old man, he's 6'3", women are still looking at him. It's like they're younger than thinking about like 30-something years old. So trust me, when you think something is old, our best bet is to have 7-year-old man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Go to those 7-year-old men that work out with him, take care of his body, honey. That's because she's gonna be younger for him. Okay, and yeah, she's gonna be younger. You gotta be smart, baby. You gotta stop acting like you can go with me. With the younger man is not like younger. It happens, but not in the men. They don't.
I didn't have to say it.
Exactly. Now, I'm not talking about money. I'm just being realistic. She had 2 years out of been around the sun and how men work and how they work. I saw how they they were stupid and they say they come down to the marriage. They use it as a nice and even on the reason why we don't get along today is these young women and they want to put in their 30s. It's what it is. We don't get along.
I agree with that.
Oh, ain't you great?
What's the numbers on that? What you said earlier, I think you brought us some data that showed that people generally don't have a great disparity in age. It's usually females. Like the overwhelming majority. It's about 4 years or so. So people typically get together with people that are their age. That doesn't mean that you're not. But here's the problem with that. It becomes harder and harder and more competitive. No matter how you feel. It still is. It's a little competitive.
What personally
Hold on. And ain't no millionaires tripping today. That's the reality. She can't find somebody to help them that has that fluid, other people that would be second in their life. They're challenging. And I think she's more than she falls on the extreme level. I don't think she would lose symbiotic with him. I don't think she would. I don't think she would do that. Oh, I think she would go first. He's like, you can't tell me shit. I'm not doing that. I'm doing my own thing. Don't say that, right? I mean, see, that's valid. I don't think so. I believe your point is correct with that, but I don't think women who are making an average or above average are far removed from that mentality, right? Once a woman understands that she can provide for herself, she will still have the same thing. So if you can't be a hyper provider, then she's not going to give you much respect. She's like, shit, I can do this. I don't really need you to provide. So, but she added her years of hard work, everyone who can just survive herself. You know what I mean? Like, her expectations are a lot more long. To the point where I would argue that the average would she would be willing to I don't see her what? You know, she's all lifestyle, whatever. It's not a matter of money. It's anything. Oh, you can't have the same demand you have when you was 20 and 30. That's just bad. I don't care. It's just not the same. Okay, we all know the men don't even reach the financial peak till like about 60 years old. So, you know, or they do it all of the report. We out of that day, the rules, ladies, is the way it is. But it doesn't happen for us. We're older. Older, she was young. Don't get me wrong. She's not a country. She's in her 50s. Sweet, she look good. But that's not how we're attracted to her.
I really want to understand when people keep saying men don't reach their financial potential until after you said, lady of 54. Okay, so what are men doing before that? Like, what money are they making? Like, because when I think about like, I'm
That's a peak.
so that's what I'm asking. What is the peak versus what they're making at?
Because you gotta understand, you got time. You gotta have time to get these skills up. Overnight. So it's better for you to go if you're looking for a job. You got 10 years experience. You probably get paid more than you negotiate your higher. And if you go and you get 5 years of experience, how it is. The man that got 20, 30 years, especially in CEO work, you know they're like quicker on their
I understand that concept. So that's what I'm saying. What are y'all saying is the average that a 30-year-old makes versus a 55-year-old? What are we saying are those numbers?
So numbers is roughly they're making
How are they surviving? How are they living?
I'm confused. There's a single person who's
That's just rent for 1 year.
But I get what you're saying.
It depends on where you live.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like you have like point being is that it's really expensive. You cannot change how much people make. It is what it is. People agree. Astronomical. What people make is still what people make. So, I know a lot of times we don't need all the way to most men eat 65. 65, 70, 65, 30,
around the age of 55, close to 54. That's what most of them do. And then 30, they make it around like 45, 46. And then in their 60s, they're around 6. However, if you get any job position, all got a check specifically about it. Like you could start here and after 17, 3 years or 60, you make more than what you made.
Which your feet don't mean you're gonna be making this.
Yeah, your feet don't mean that you make this 180 grand a year. That's what's happening.
Because you gotta also understand that the older you get, now their time, y'all got to try hard. So you gotta understand you're at your peak. So you gotta learn to the time. At your peak. So if you sit down all your life, you stay at 265, that's your peak. Because now you're really gonna start. That's just how life works. You're less likely to get higher the older you get. So you might want to stay in. I don't think you can trust me. I need my job to like you might want to just do your job, stay right there, build up where you are, because if you think you're gonna do all the job for this stuff, it ain't gonna happen because jobs are less likely to hire you. And that's just that's
There's a lot of different reasons though. Before we even drop it, there's a lot of different reasons why men start to get that. First off, you can become an ncaa, so that is automatically going to eliminate a lot of expenses. Typically pay off their houses, right? And then you've been investing the entire. Smart people start to learn when they have better financial literacy as they go on. I know I did. My money was different, but I'll be doing very just from the financial understanding that I have. I know what to do with money. I make smart investments and start to network better with people who are making money to gravitate towards those people. There's multiple reasons why men speak on it's not all necessarily related to how much work you make. That's why it's so late, because you don't have to lose expenses. That's mainly what it is. Once you start to lose expenses, then you can do too much more. That's like the way, like, reality for most of it. People got maybe, you know what I mean? So,
I work with
even if like, even if the group of guys in the ground, more than likely they will go on to the
I work in the industry still, yeah.
Yeah, like 25 to 55.
It's like everybody else. What else did I got? I think the real thing you're trying to understand is maybe perhaps more of them puts themselves in the middle.
Yeah, I just really like to know what they was doing between 25 and 50 that it takes that long to go from 20 to 40,000.
Well, actually, what I'm saying is that keep what? As far as income. Like finance, that's subjective on the person. You can so man, you can do investments. You can a lot higher. We don't even know what we're doing. If we're talking about that, I'm just strictly talking about that. My bad. I know you're talking about
Well, I mean, if you don't work again as a period, you're wrong. Most people family, so this is all around. So because at the end of the day, if you just pick up retirement dollars, you put it on lives, those it's like it's sick. My life, okay. So I've seen it every single day. I've seen it for years. And that's just not even sick. So you know the 401k and all that stuff put in there. That stuff we read what you got now. You got new shit. So most people are broke in retirement, all this building, fine, they're still gonna be broke. That's just really that. So just really that. You know, nobody we're here because we think y'all gonna be rich, but we're not. I'm just saying. Just a fact. And then we put it on healthcare.
I don't think first is
No, not at all. Not at all.
some of the other limited so there's definitely other things.
I feel fast over the guys.
It's like that's all these sports.
Well, I said really there because she just also
The 27-yard line is over the first down.
I would argue that most people shoot into probably 80 to 90% of the game. So finding that is just now.
That's the second part of what I said. The second part is also a millionaire that's willing to hurt.
I would kill some millionaire out there.
22-yard line.
I would kill some money out there.
Well, the reason why you can't cancel the money out because obviously she can find a dude that thinks that's the hurt. If you bit cool, that's not hard to find. Talking dudes would be willing to do a statement to her exactly.
Hope the men that most of the men cheat on you, that's what I'm saying. 80 to 90% of the most are not even making the fall. 14.
Right.
I'm saying so it's not even those guys not even have Texas, not even that don't even matter, right? She can have to go out of her way to run to guys.
She has the resources to go out her way. She's just
That's what I'm saying. She would have to go out of her way to get about 4 guys to make it first. That's
She can be a
like that. She has the resources to do that. She's actively choosing not to.
it's just like
You're trying to take her. You're trying to take her. Oh no! Oh no!
well, I mean, first of all, she can do
On
like
top of that shit, free spirit.
let me tell you why it's not her income. Because it was never her income. She was just still bad. Just like you say,
31-13. Alabama.
She had the same.
She's a famous child.
But she still had the same issue. Whenever she didn't have her own bag, she went on her own way to make her home. She still had the opportunity.
She's never not had a bad though.
What I'm saying, still had. She what I'm saying is she was exposed to the kind of stuff. She been exposed to every guy that you could any other that's it never happened. So it wasn't even by her own. Not her, she can't. Always had it.
Always
Her parents say that she always.
She never went out her way to go look for a record.
She's been in the proximity of every level, every class, and every game. She never got it ever at all.
Never been in every contract.
I said she's been exposed to every man, every text back.
What does that have to do with her choices? She's still open to
That's going to do it for this presentation of ncaa football 13. Thank you for being along with us today. For Street Aaron EA Sports, I'm Brad Nessler saying so long.
Been around people that didn't have the money. What I'm saying is,
always have money.
but that don't matter though. It don't matter.
It does matter.
No, she was always around people.
When she was 12, when she was 18, she wasn't saying, "Oh no, you broke. Oh, you got."
You know that. What the hell you say that now?
I don't know, y'all, because we
It
got
was in the gold digger video.
She has always been around people.
Look at her mother behind her bra. Come on, man. No,
Around out, but she been around guys who didn't have money as well. That's I mean, like, I'm just saying, I'm not.
She's trying to say her boss don't matter because she's been around broke people. Her money didn't matter.
It's a lie. It's a
It's
lie.
a lie.
Because I know these type of women, bro. I mean, these type of women are just unsuitable to be anybody's wife.
Let's open it a nigga.
They got shit to do no more.
Let's open it a
That someone is just not fit to be a wife. Why? There are so many people in the world. Everyone is fit to be whatever they want to be. Just because they don't have normal.
Listen, this is not a fact. This is my opinion. I don't absolve her to be suitable because she got a partner. There's other qualities about this particular woman. It's not really to deal with it. Ain't no nothing going on.
I don't know why it's so hard for y'all to understand the dollars.
I think so many ladies deep, bro. They just it ain't got shit to do with her money. A woman you ain't got bro. Yes, it's a lying, bro. It don't have the ring of truth, bro. I don't blame it.
Are you telling me there aren't men that take less than a week?
It's a good man that make less than her.
Are you telling me there aren't?
No, they know.
That's good, bro. You tell me there ain't nobody that takes
Okay, if you're talking about on a level where it's trying to exploit her for her money, somebody who's genuinely letting her out. Because she doesn't have it.
because they don't want it.
She wanted to be a wife. She wanted to be a wife. And I don't like this. It's not a fair.
Okay, but it's not a woman.
It's not a woman. I don't believe she went through her entire 52 years and then brought it to life. Once it got, I believe that she been in multiple situations where she could have had a man that was good for her. And she did. I don't believe every man wasn't just right for her at the same status and financial status as her. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. That's all I'm saying. I don't believe it. I'm calling crap. That's all I'm saying.
My very first person to argue with my person, I said, part of her problem is that she's a millionaire.
No.
So my wait, yes I did. I didn't know what that. You can bring it back, you got to bring it back. One of us bring it back for you. My whole plan was she's a millionaire. Expect a man that earns on her level to basically get this for the boy. That was my whole side. You could say, I'm about to go to the millionaire. I'm like, what are you? Like, that's not an argument.
Multiple opportunities to be a wife to somebody. You have to do her money. And you have to find a way to live with.
Why do you think he believes? Why do you think that woman didn't want him? Because they didn't qualify. Because he's already told y'all, men her age, y'all are too, men are too masculine. Y'all focus on money. Like, you're rigid and younger men. I feel like the saying younger men are more nuanced. Y'all don't have, y'all are too rigid in your position. And that means that he may not have wanted, he didn't grow anything. They didn't qualify for her. Because everybody doesn't want you just for your money.
All I'm saying is I don't buy it. That's all I'm saying. I do not buy it. But she went through 53 of her years. And every man she ran into, they qualified. First of all, First of all, I don't even think that it was a matter. It was a matter of her qualifying for them because they control access to marriage and business. So she disqualified herself for many reasons that she had the opportunity and resources from the time she was born to optimize and position herself to be the best wife for the man that she wanted to be. That's not even put it on her.
She's been profile men though, because she was with her last known relationship, public relationship, was with the music manager named Abu Theon, which ended in 2013. Now she done to me. What Darwin is saying is not all that at all. Otherwise, our concept. Well, because it's part of what he was saying, it's not all on and she's passed over to the
Yeah, so here's the problem I have with that. For whatever reason, we always try to put a gender on when we say men have access to marriage. I think so. When women can deny or decline, you saw a lady before came to show just talking, she declined on three rings. That to me would say that the person with the perceived higher value has a strength of hold on marriage. It's genderless. Whoever has a higher perceived value in that particular relationship is the one who controls that access to that. Besides, and I would also say that as far as men controlling access to second, because depending on what type of man you are, it depends how you control access to sex. Because women will literally throw themselves at you. Although it may be a rare case, it still supports the fact that whoever has a higher perceived value is the one who controls it. I think that she fumbled some bags. I think God is right where that's concerned. I think she did fumble some bags. But it's still to the other point because of qualifications. Probably ridiculous. Probably ridiculous. Say what? Say what? It doesn't matter who asks, right? Because first off, most couples don't even like kneel and just be surprised. Most of them, from what I understand, me and my wife talked about it. We already kind of knew, like you know when you're about to get married to somebody, you start not talking about it, then you start discussing things. But I, not for 1 second, thought my heart wasn't beating because I thought that my wife was going to say no. We had already talked about it, just about it at the time. Sure, the exact moment was a surprise, but the answer was not. A lot of people discuss these things. That's not what I was asking. You think I was about to get to that, but I got cut off. Go ahead.
You think that 35 he's still gonna get back to it? He's 53. That's 18 years. 35 years, better life. Do you think at least once or twice she ran into a man that she actually liked, that she wanted to do for 35 years?
All right, so check this out. Hold on. I'm going to answer the question. Do you want just an answer that will make sense, or do you want me to break it down?
I don't think it would make sense if you say yeah. I don't think it would not make sense or whatever. If you say yeah, she ran into at least one guy out of 35.
So I'll say this. It's more nuanced. I would say that she likely ran into a man that was suitable for marriage, and that I would have recommended that she marry. Probably would have had a good life and a good, brother, husband / all that. However, I think she probably did not because she didn't want him at the time for probably what we consider to be a frivolous reason.
I'm saying
I didn't change shit.
You said she probably didn't want him. I'm saying she actually wanted him.
If she actually wanted him, then why would she decline from it?
No, I'm saying I actually believe 35 years later, she ran into a man that she wanted.
Yeah.
It didn't work out.
What to say? It's possible.
35 years, I'm saying it's hard to say that she hadn't ran into at least one guy that she liked and wanted.
Well, all right. So if she did, then he probably couldn't deal with her at some point, right? It's possible. It's possible that she did, but did she have the opportunity to get married, for example?
Yeah.
Or she would have did.
So she don't control access. Oh, dismiss
She didn't control access to that guy. But there's probably somebody else who would want to marry her. I'm sure there's
only keep tracks of both. We only keep tracks of both. These are the only ones we worry. We're not worried about them because she didn't get shit. We talk about the ones that she actually, two that came together to actually marry each other as husband and wife in the future. I actually think that happened one occasion in her life out of 35 years.
You gotta say, yeah.
It's probable.
Yeah.
I would say I would say yeah, probably. But then at the same time, I still think she fumbled it because she found a reason not to like it or not to accept it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah, right, because this guy over this mission.
How is this not making sense to you? I think the mistake that we make is we be so trying to get an answer and we pin ourselves to the shit. A lot of things are nuanced. It's not like everything is cut and dry. If everything was cut and dry, then we wouldn't have these issues we do with relationships right now. There's a lot of nuance to go into the situation. I said it was probable, and I said it's probably there, but then I said she likely fumbled it because she found a frivolous reason not to like it. Otherwise, she would have married him. Well, otherwise, she would have married him, right? What's up? Unless bro, unless this is that she was problematic.
I'm suggesting that that's what and she wasn't going to the altar. So.
Well, how do you know why she didn't go to the altar?
I don't need to know why.
You gotta know why. You gotta know.
She's not married.
No.
She's insufferable.
No. The thing is that you're trying to make the argument that she's obviously been go to the altar for X reason. But you have to be able to prove that X reason was the reason why she didn't make it to the altar.
But this is my opinion. If your person practice, who have the opportunity to practice to be the best player on the fucking team, you can work around, you got more resources than all kids, you got all the training, you go to all kind of camps, you got limitless resources to be able to do it. And you wanted to. You actually want to do it. And you never get a chance to play. Who's fault is it? Team not letting you play. Something happened in that situation. You didn't get access to good playing time. It all points to something that she did. Because if you got everything in your head, all the power to be able to make it happen, don't make it happen. Something about that woman. And I don't need to know. All I need to know is
who has all the power to make things happen? Who has all the power to do things? Nobody has all the power.
This is figurative.
That's the thing that he teaches.
Whether it's all that most women on push, most women on besides, she was a millionaire. She had access to the brains. She had access to be recommended by other. Her mother could have put her in situations as a young girl coming out of college or high school to be positioned with another family that has an outstanding young man. How are we acting like this?
So her, you're eliminating her personal desire and situation what men trying to get you to understand. She can decline men because she doesn't want to do certain things. That's why I said.
That's why I said
you try to take it out of the place.
I told him, I said the guys that she didn't want, she don't want me. Who gets it? She don't want me. I'm talking about the niggas she wanted. I'm saying more than one. I just gave her one just to see if Trent can actually answer. But I believe she had hundreds of men that she got over the course of 35. I
don't disagree with most of what you said. I agree that she likely fumbled the bag, but I think she's going to do it. Like that's a whole different thing. If she ruined it, I blame her completely for not being there because I said she was in a position. I think she was in a position to.
I respect that. That's something. Not me.
Yeah, I mean, she put her career first. I just read this guy.
Yeah,
See, all right, so when you say not suitable for marriage, are you saying not suitable for marriage or that nobody wants to marry?
She wasn't suitable for a man to help and to take the time.
Ready for what? Y'all too nasty.
Based on the fact that she's not married, at least she had.
No.
Based on the fact she's not married, the results, at the end of the day, the results don't lie.
So if nobody is willing to marry her,
If somebody's willing to marry her,
yeah.
please.
That's not a good
shit.
thing.
Now you doing it.
If somebody's willing to marry her,
That's black and white. If somebody wants to marry her, is she suitable for marriage?
If she's
Just take that shit that you over your head about, bro. What the hell?
See, the thing is, the reason why I said she wasn't suitable for marriage is because you gotta have the characteristics and traits being able to operate as a whole.
Can a woman be married and not have all those?
Hold on, let me say this. The man can be willing to marry her, and then he can start vetting her so he can actually validate, actually pull the trigger on marrying her. And it comes to a point where he's like, oh, I was supposed to marry her. No, I can't carry it out because of all of these X-Files. That's something.
And White, you was about to ask a question.
I was listening when I first met my wife.
The access.
When I first met my wife in college, I was willing to marry her for the time. So I wasn't going to pull the trigger on it until I actually vetted her out. So I knew I wanted. I knew it. Yeah, she meets X-Y-Z. Marry her. Oh. So I had to go and carry. I had to go and vet her, test her, and all the other things.
So true.
I just think in general. I said it can be. So depending on what type of man you are, because you probably control access to sex. You probably said a lot more no's. You probably got to do what you want. So in that situation, you can say women control access to sex. And as far as marriage, definitely not.
So I would be an outlier. That my experience would be an outlier. To be fair, my experience is definitely more but in general, I think that most women are the ones that pressure you in a relationship. You would disagree with that?
I said marriage. Marriage.
Marriage.
Marriage.
What are we
marriage?